What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to basketball, and more importantly, welcome back to Last Week in the Film Room, a series where I take you guys into my world of basketball for a little bit. And what does that mean? It means a lot of film and a lot of analytics. This is kind of your weekly recap as to everything that's going on in the NBA through the lens of AVC. We're going to be taking a look at some of the top performers. This last week, we'll take a look at some sleepers who kind of had some off nights. I'll give you just my general thoughts about what's kind of happening around the NBA, all through a bunch of film watching and analytics that we have on our nice little spreadsheet here. But before we break into all of that stuff, make sure that you guys like, subscribe, and comment. I've responded to every single comment to my YouTube channel up to this point, every single one, and I intend to keep on doing so. As always, go check out the other videos in some other series that we got going on. We got the NBA Progress Report. We have some analytics deep dives into who's developing the best talent in the NBA. I've got two other series coming out tomorrow and Thursday for you guys to watch, so there should be plenty of cool stuff to watch. And as always, give these videos some support because they're almost certainly demonetized, but regardless, it is what it is. Let's jump into the series. And that brings us back here to our lovely little spreadsheet here that's kind of going to walk us through this series. Just a quick note before we get into everything. Thank you guys for all the feedback on week one's video here. First of all, the video did very well, which is exciting to see, and I asked for a lot of feedback because this series is going to evolve a bunch. The series is even going to look different than how it did last week, so please continue to give me feedback because I'm going to keep trying to make it the best that I can. I'm going to put a decent amount of effort into this series, so I want it to be something that you guys really enjoy watching and something to help you guys kill an hour and a half or however long this ends up being in your day. So just thank you guys for the support, and please continue to provide some feedback on this. As always, let's get started with some of the qualifiers to end up on our little tab here. So these are the top performers of the week. This is all from a Sunday to Sunday view in the NBA. I end up recording these on a Monday once kind of all that data is done, and then you guys get to see it on a Tuesday. So technically numbers are like a little bit different, but you can just shut the fuck up and deal with it. Okay, your boy's trying to not record on weekends as much to make his wife happy. But anyway, qualifiers. Had to play in at least 2 games this week. Most teams play like 2, 3, 4 games in a week, but if you only played in one for whatever reason, you're not making it on the board. If I were to change this number to 4, you would see all these numbers change pretty quickly. We also have some shots to qualify on here. If you want to make it onto our field goal percentage or 3-point percentage leaderboards here, you need to take at least 5 jump shots a game or 3 3-pointers to end up on each board respectively. But yeah, let's just talk about some things that we saw this week. Lauri Markkanen, top of our points per game leaderboard this week. I've got him pulled up right here so you can see some week stats versus some year stats here. On the year, 33 points per game. I saw so many people kind of shitting on Lauri Markkanen in the offseason because they're dum-dums and just read box scores and don't actually like take a second to comprehend what's going on in the basketball world. The Utah Jazz tend to do this every single year where they start out pretty hot because they're a pretty organized team and things go pretty well for them. And then they start to dial things back because they know they kind of have to like lose some basketball games and they need to develop some younger talents and stuff. So I wouldn't be surprised if you see Lauri Markkanen's minutes start to decrease from this like 37 a game that he's playing right now. And look, like this last week, 36 points per game, 7.5 rebounds, like good efficiency, like pretty, I'd say solid efficiency is where I'd put it, but like he's putting the team on his back. He's an incredibly talented basketball player, and I know he's the one that's thrown into every single trade rumor at this point, but he's an incredible player, and I think the Jazz are probably going to be holding on to him to kind of help develop the other young talent on the team, which I think is smart. He's one of the guys that we'll be diving into some film actually on. And then you see the Giannis, the Tyrese Maxey. He's had a great kind of start to this year. If we're just taking a look at some of the data on him, I mean, almost 10 assists a game as well. You'll see he's an assist leader. It's incredible some of the things he's doing out there. And the Sixers just in general, just kind of getting up and down the court despite Paul George and Joel Embiid not being out there really is pretty awesome. I know Embiid's been out there off and on, but you know what I'm saying. Austin Reaves is another guy we're going to watch some film on because he had to carry the load a little bit while Luka was gone, but he had an incredible week. He had some incredible games in there, 33 points, 9 assists. Does it just feel like to you guys that the NBA is becoming a bit absurd? And I know it's only been, and I should have qualified this at the beginning of the video, I apologize. It's only been about 2 weeks, right? It's only been about 2 weeks in the season. I actually did a study with somebody else, that somebody hired me to do via my company or whatever, where they wanted to know, like, hey, how many games into the season do we really start to see offenses and NBA like players kind of start to find their groove? And it's actually really interesting. We found that I've always said this, and it was kind of cool to be proven correct in my assumption, but it takes about like 18 to 22 games is what we found to where offenses actually start to hit more of their peak efficiency. It just takes people a while to kind of get into flows of things. So for all you dum-dums that are really trying to evaluate a ton of what's going on right now, don't stop. Like, it's just wrong. Don't try to do it right now. It's pretty universal that it takes teams about 20-ish games before you really start to see like some trends and teams start to look like how they're gonna look for the rest of the year. So take everything that you're seeing and everything that I'm talking about with a grain of salt right now, because it takes a little bit for teams to get revved up. But what I was kind of getting at is like, there's some pretty crazy just like individual games going on right now, and it's so early in the year. And so given what I just said, I'm like, are people going to get better? That doesn't even make any sense. I don't think that's possible, but basketball players are too good at this point, man. They are too good. Shout out Jalen Brunson and Devin Booker. I actually thought about making Devin Booker one of the people we looked into this week, just because like he had some incredible performances out there as well, kind of trying to do everything for the Phoenix Suns out there. You guys can take a look at his stats if you want to. The third person we're going to take a look at is Julius Randle, because he's doing things kind of without Ant out there as well, and just putting the team on his back. I think he'll be an interesting kind of third person to look at, because the Timberwolves themselves are kind of a hard watch, if I'm being honest with you. So just seeing him kind of individually work is interesting. Some other top scorers are guys you expect to see, the Zach LaVines of the world, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Donovan Mitchell, Jamal Murray. You expect that, right? Kawhi Leonard had a big week, hit that game-winning shot. Spicy P trying to do anything that he can to kind of help the Pacers. And by the way, we'll talk about each team individually at the end. I'm just going to give a little blurb as we kind of look at our standings at the very end of the video, so stay tuned for that. But I'll kind of give some thoughts on everything there. Jaylen Brown doing everything that he can. Paolo Banchero, funny enough, we put a video out on him last week, and this will be a series that we do every single week, where we kind of take a look at players and how they're progressing in their careers. We did one on Paulo, so if you want some in-depth look on him, you can go take a look. But much better week this week, obviously, just counting stats-wise. So shout out Banchero. The Magic, I know, won a couple games this week. KD doing everything he can. Cam Thomas, always just out there kind of doing his thing, man, going and getting buckets. Keontae George, Mr. All Offense, no defense, and like 5 turnovers a game. Always a pleasure to watch him as well. Bam, it's been nice to see him get back into some hub stuff. And then Jalen Johnson, no Trae Young for a little bit, which is really, really unfortunate, but you know, is what it is, and he's going to try to take advantage of those. Our assist leaders per the week are all the people that you expect to see here, the LaMelos, Cade Cunningham. Can we just take a look at Cade Cunningham's numbers to this week, too, because his were pretty nuts. 22 points, 10 assists, 5 rebounds. Not the most efficient week overall, but, you know, I'm not tripping about that too much. But yeah, the Jokic's, the Josh Giddeys, the rebounding leaders are all the people that you kind of expect to see here, so nothing really of note. Our steals leader, it's always going to be Dyson. Feels like it's always just going to be Dyson, always getting his hands on everything. The Case and Wallace's, Kawhi's. Ryan Rollins, shout out him. He's going to be a guy that we got to take a look at some point. And I've been watching his film closely, and I'm trying to decide how much I like this guy right now, because he's definitely put up some really interesting numbers. I mean, let's just pull him up, just because we're talking about him right now, and that's what this series is about. And again, I'm gonna try not to say it too much in the video, but I'm kind of just experimenting with how I go about this video, right? We're getting into the film shortly here. I'm just kind of going through this kind of chart first, but I don't care how long this video is. You guys can tell me if it's too long at some point, so please, the feedback is always welcome. But Ryan Rollins this last week, 22 points per game, and if you're not familiar with who this was a guy that the Bucks just kind of brought up via like a two-way or something last year that kind of showed out in a very small sample size, and we're like, okay, is this guy something? We don't really know. And then so far to start this year, he's kind of been their most reliable point guard option. I mean, look at these numbers. I mean, 22 points, 7 assists, right? 3 rebounds. He shot the shit out of the basketball, and this is through 4 games this week. And was a steals leader, like playing with a lot of pace, playing with a lot of control, really interesting. Like I said, I got to figure out more whether or not I like him or not. Blocks per game, it's just Wemby. It's the Wemby show. Bona's here. Alex Sarr. We got to talk about Alex Sarr a little bit because he has had a quietly amazing start to his second season. Just in this last week, 19.5 points per game, almost 8 rebounds, 2.5 blocks, incredibly efficient. And like on the year in general, 17 and 8, 2.2 blocks, and incredibly efficient. And the Wizards just look competent on a basketball court. They're not very talented, but they're there. So shout out Alex Sarr. Kalkbrenner here. His blocks are so funny. People just kind of run into him and get blocked. That's really fun to see. Our field goal percentage leaders, it's all the bigs. You usually expect it to be the bigs. So we got Goga, Jokic, Jacques Lindell, Hartenstein, and Giannis. I believe on the year, Kalkbrenner might be on top. We'll take a look at that in a little bit. Our 3-point percentage leaders right now, Sion James out of Charlotte. They're just playing all the rookies because they don't really give a fuck right now. But hey, shout out them for getting them all out there, and they're all kind of starting to contribute right now. So pretty incredible in 5 games. Shot at 73% this week. Good for you, my guy. Good for you. Josh Okogie, a name you don't expect to be up there. If he's hitting threes, that helps. I know Houston Rockets fans are stunned to see Tari Eason up there as well. Very cool. Wendell Carter Jr. Magic fans go, yes, please, Wendell, we need you. And then Luke Kennard, a name you actually do expect to be up there a decent amount. Remember, we do have some qualifiers on these stats as well. So you got to take at least 3 threes a game and at least 5 shots to end up on the field goal leaderboards. But all right, so that's kind of just a basic look at this last week. Now we're going to dive into more of the details of kind of the film breakdown, which is always a lot of fun. So we're going to be diving into Lauri Markkanen, Austin Reaves, and Julius Randle. 3 very different players that I think are going to provide kind of a different look, just kind of all around. So let's start getting into that film. All right, so the first one we're going to start to break down is Lauri Markkanen and his play. And what I want to do actually is I want to go over to dunks and threes here just to kind of show you guys like what we're looking at for Lauri this year. By the way, if you go on dunks and threes right now, you're not going to see like EPM numbers. If you don't know what EPM is, I'm not going to explain it to you in this video. I spent the whole offseason telling you guys what it is, so it's probably stuck in your head at this point. But you don't have EPM numbers yet because there's not enough data to kind of quantify anything yet, and that's why I tell you guys don't read into anything too much right now. You can't identify trends at this point in the season. Your team has played maybe 7 games. Don't worry about anything yet. But I want to bring up like the shot charts just to kind of show you guys what we're working with for Lauri this season. And I mean, it's an efficient shot chart. This is what you want to see if you're an analytics person, right? He's either at the rim or he's taking 3-pointers. So there you go. There's not much to really complain about there. If we were to take a look at the more specific stats, I mean, the 37% from 3, that's awesome. He's crushing it at the rim right now at the 70% mark. Percent assisted, like he's letting other people play make for him too, which is great. If you can score this many points and people are like setting you up for things, like now you got kind of an efficient offense that's being run here. But I want to just take a look at the shot attempts. In this game, he had 51 points against the Suns, which they actually ended up winning this game, which is pretty crazy. But I want to get in and, oh no healthy upstream. What does that even mean? Oh no, don't ruin my recording now. Don't you dare ruin my recording. Okay, here we go. But yeah, so we'll get into some of the film. We're just going to take a look at like all of his jumpers here, and we're kind of going to evaluate everything. As always, I feel the need to say this before my videos because YouTube will demonetize me. I know you will, you fuckers over there, even though this is free use, and I'm making educational content right now. I am building upon the current content that I'm showing right here. I'm pausing it, rewinding it, doing all this stuff, and I'm adding commentary on top of it. So you know what? This is fair use, YouTube. Don't demonetize my shit. Don't do it. They're still going to demonetize my shit. But anyway, let's get into the film breakdown and just kind of talk about what we're seeing kind of on the screen right here. Immediately, by the way, absolutely love the fact that the Utah Jazz start 4 white guys. Absolutely love it. Filipowski, Walker Kessler, or no, he doesn't typically start. Does he? Does Filipowski start? Sometimes he does. But they've been going with like Mikhailuk, Markkanen, Kessler, Filipowski. I'm so here for it. Give me the all Caucasian team for the Jazz at all times. And then shout out Keontae George. Just right off the bat, let's break this down. As you guys know, my background in player development, my number one kind of thing that I did was shooting. I teach people how to shoot. That's what I do. So I love to break this stuff down. This is a very simple pin down that Royce O'Neal's trying to fight around here, and Lauri Markkanen's just going to catch, get right into it. The shot form's perfect. We talk about all the time feet being just shoulder length apart, which they are, especially like coming back towards the ball like that. That's a tough angle to kind of turn 180 degrees around. and face. His feet are at a 45-degree angle, opposite of his shooting arm. He's a righty, 45 degrees this way. You'll see he jumps together. He stays straight up. There is nothing you can do about that. That is a gorgeous shot attempt, and that is just 3 of the 51 points he's gonna have in this one. Right off the bat, Filipowski attacking, very mobile for a big man. Give me that shit, says Oso Ighodaro. And Lauri Markkanen just says, look what I found, bang! I love it, I love it. And right now, nobody really guarding him. Who is this right here? Why does that look like David Roddy? I can't exactly tell who that is on there. Can I get a check on who number 18 is really quick? We're on the 3rd clip. I'm sorry. I need to know like who I'm looking at for things. Otherwise, it's really going to bother me. Who could this be? Oh, it's Isaiah Livers. Oh, I didn't know that y'all had to play Isaiah Livers right now. That's unfortunate. I hate that for y'all. No hate on Isaiah Livers. No hate. Just tough shot. He's better than you. Damn. All right. So right off the bat, again, kind of letting other people create for him. Nurkic is the guy they sometimes start, right, over Filipowski, which, again, another white guy. Hilarious. Nurkic actually been, like, kind of solid for them, just, like, being, like, a rebounder and everything this year, so I wouldn't be surprised if he gets flipped at some point. So right now, just cutting back door, making it happen. Miss on that one. The hell happened here? This looks like me in my my last, like, week of playing in, like, my semi-pro league or whatever, because your boy has been tricking layups like nobody's business. Backdoor cuts, get the cut, blow the layup. I don't know what's wrong with me. It happened in one game, and I was like, okay, I got to shake this shit off. And it's just been continuing, and now it's a trend. And your boy's rattled. He's rattled and frustrated. So it is what it is. All right, back to Lauri Markkanen, a much more impressive white boy. Here we go. Dead dribble. Very impressive to see like a 7-foot guy take this shot right here. How much time do we have like on the clock? I love the spacing. That's awesome. He's able to kind of go one-on-one like this. It's not like the best shot in the world, but I'm also not mad about it either. Like, he's your guy. You're going to go with it sometimes. A mid-range shot isn't bad if you can make enough of them. Filipowski doing his thing right here. Give me those. Nick Richards trying his best not to foul him. I appreciate that. And look at that. You stayed straight up. You didn't jump onto him. That's great. Here we go. A bunch of big men doing handoffs with each other is kind of nuts. We're seeing a bit of a struggle of him getting to the rim at this moment in time, but the Suns honestly just doing a really good job of like keeping their hands up on him more so than anything. And by the way, when I'm breaking down this film, I'm going to be talking about other things besides just like the one player, so take that as you will. Shout out Walker Kessler there. Way to clean it up, my boy. All right, so off-ball screen right here into a pick and roll between 2 7-footers. That's a lot to deal with if you're the Phoenix Suns. That's scary as shit. Here we go. We're just gonna bump. I love it. Create some space. Yeah, that's just one you go, fuck. What are you gonna do? Right? You got the shot you kind of wanted here. Maybe you go to more of just like a floater there or something else. You kind of go back into them more so, but I'm not going to be mad at it. You got the shot that you wanted after some good action. Right here, a little bit concerned. Is Devin Booker going to be able to jump this? I don't necessarily think so. Nobody does. Nobody's really paying attention, especially when you got like Taylor Hendricks is the one you're guarding right here, who's hasn't had a bad start to the season by any means, but you gotta help on that one a little bit more. But a lot of movement out of a 7-footer, man. This is awesome. So now we got some hub going on, getting into a pick and pop. Notice the way that he rolls right here. Notice the way that he rolls. He screens and opens back up to the basketball so he can get the quick pass, get set. Looking okay. The foot was a little bit off on that one. It's a tough angle. It's a very tough angle, but look at this. Look at his feet right here. One foot pointing towards the hoop, one at the correct 45-degree angle, and it's causing this little like imbalance right here. And you know what? It's a good miss. It's still a good miss. Not a big deal whatsoever. What do we got here? We got some more off-ball movement into a screen, rolls the correct way. There's so much movement going on in Utah. I love this. These guys are spacing. We love it. Catch ball, and now we're getting into the floater. I love the floater there. Money. Who's going to stop that? Who's going to stop that? Nobody. Nobody. Great stuff. All right, we got 5 seconds left. What are we doing? Shout out Walter Clayton on the court. Big fan of him. They've been playing him less minutes. Rolls the correct way, and because of that, he's able to actually catch the basketball. Look at this. So he sets a mean-ass screen, and he's able to keep Grayson Allen away from him because he screened that way. Just watch one more time. So we set a screen, right? And if you rolled the opposite way, Grayson Allen would be able to follow you there, but because you opened up to the basketball, you've created separation. Devin Booker's like, uh-oh, fuck, what are we gonna do? And he comes over, plays great hands-up defense. No foul is crazy there. No foul, it's still like, I don't know, created contact, but whatever. All right, marketing coming off. Look at all this movement. Look at all this movement going on right here. We love this. So we get into a little pistol early on, and you've got all these mobile bigs, which is really, really fun. And right now we got some misdirection just curling off the screen. Beautiful. This is what I'm saying, man. The Jazz are organized. Like, they may not be the most talented team in the world, but they're organized. Like, keep your coach. Wait till you get some more talent. You guys are going to be there. All right, what's going on there, Grayson Allen? Okay. Why did some of these clips like sneak into the footage? I don't understand. All right, some more pistol right away. They're like, fuck it, let's run this play again. It worked once. Why not do it again? I don't think enough teams do that, honestly. If a play's working, spam the shit out of it. I used to, like, even like back in college, like we'd be like, I'd see a play work against us like really well, and all of a sudden I'd be like, why did they stop running it? Like, we didn't really figure out an answer to it, but coaches are like, oh, I gotta call something different now. I can't just keep pressing the X button or whatever. I'm like, keep pressing the X button, dude. If the play's working, do it. Like, I don't understand why you wouldn't. I love that they ran that play. Great stuff, great stuff. All right, here we go. We're watching some more. By the way, stay tuned. We got a bunch more film to watch, right? Just perfect jumper. Perfect form. We love it out of Lauri Markkanen. I have a plan to do like 2 games worth of stuff here, but I don't know if that's too much or too little. I don't know. We'll see where we're at after like 1 game of watching. Here we go. Taylor Hendricks is creating right here. Okay, he's not able to finish. Look what I found. Boom. Great stuff, Lauri. All right, 7-footer, bringing the ball up the court. Why are we closing out on Nurk like that, right? So look at Nick Richards. He's like, ah, shit. And he gets blown by because of it, and they switch back. Bang. Oh, damn, just left it short. It's going to happen. I'm okay with it if it's short. All right, we already saw this clip. I really don't need to see it again. All right, here we go. Nurkic tried to go back up with that one for some reason. There's a lot of just cluster around here, so not necessarily a fan of that, but is what it is. There you go, Lauri. There you go. Oh, and what did we do wrong here? What did we do wrong here? So, he's able to get the ball here, and he kind of falls away from it because he's got a shot blocker in front of him, right? He's kind of going like, like, go hold on to the ball with 2 right here. You keep it by your chest right here because it's really hard for people to rip it from you if you keep the ball here with kind of your elbows out. Go straight up and in, because as soon as you fall back, it's a lot easier for somebody to kind of block your shot. You're not as balanced. So, but, you know, I get it. You're rushing. You got a shot blocker in front of you. It's scary. It's scary. All right, here we go. Here we go. We got a little bit of off-ball stuff here. Lauri's like, screw it, man. Oh, my goodness. Oh, and what happened here is we just don't have the legs to do it right now. Honestly, the form looks great. Jumps together. Everything's there. It's on target. It's just short. So I can live with that. I can always live with short and long. Keontae George doing something I love right here. Move the ball up the court. Yes, Lauri Markkanen's wide open, and this looks like it could be devastating for Grayson Allen right here. I don't know what's about to happen, but I would be scared if I was him. Keontae George doing the thing that I don't think people do enough. Just move the ball up the court. You don't gotta, as the point guard, dribble the ball up the court. I do this all the time. I take a couple steps up, and then I'm just like, pass. Like, move the ball up the court. Try to catch somebody slipping. All right, what's going to happen here? Hey, there we go. Yep, it was bad news for him. It was bad news. The finisher right there. All right. Oh, we missed the cut. Keontae George, come on, dog. The cut's right there. Look, separation. Boom. That's a pass. Royce O'Neal's not fucking looking because he knows this is the play they keep running, right? They keep running this little like curl right here, and then Walker Kessler's going to set a screen here. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a variation on this, and maybe we get some sort of like, ooh, right there. That's something that I'd be thinking if I was marketing, because I'm like, all right, I've already curled off this once or twice. Maybe now I'm going to hit him with a little like, ooh, V-cut right here and get something here. But yeah. They're looking to feed Lauri right now, which is understandable. He's been dominating this game. Like, we haven't seen any of the free throw attempts too, but he had a bunch of those in this game. But what's going to happen here? Well, and there it is. There it is, you boy. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Yes, AVC. Yes. Way to know. Way to know. And by the way, I make sure to save a lot of film throughout the week because I watch a lot of film, right? I try to save a lot of this or certain people for this video. So your boy hasn't taken the time to watch this Lauri Markkanen film yet. So this is exciting. And is this everything that I would watch in an actual game? No, but I love it. Ooh, it was a good shot though. It was a good shot. Here we go. Lauri Markkanen, 7-footer dribbling the basketball. Walter Clayton. Great cut there. Can we see that one more time? Because what happened here? Devin Booker, we've seen you falling asleep out on the wing here a couple times. You see the back of your defender's head right here? This is a cut. This is a cut right here every time. Shout out Walter Clayton doing the right thing. Would have been great if he could have gotten that pass there, but also your 7-footer just going at the rim. I'm not going to be mad at that because you got a big old finish man right here. Here we go. I'm going to catch this. Good Lord, what the hell happened there? Where was the pass? Like, the pass wasn't bad. I just think in Europe, we're not as used to catching the ball like this. This is kind of a football play right here, and I'm talking American football. Yeah, I don't know. I blame that on him being European. That's what I'm calling right now. But hey, shout out Walter Clayton for going and getting that. Oh, but look what I found. Look what I found. Re-space. I'm still hot. You can't stop me. Oh, damn. I would have loved that. Oh, get on the ground. Time out. I love it. Shout out Colin Gillespie, man. Or Gillespie, I don't know how you exactly say it. All right, Markkanen, you got a smaller guy on you right here. I'm going to hope that Nurk just kind of stays over here. Just stay over here, my man. Stay in the dunker side. Oh, but we only got 4 seconds, too, so we just got to rip through and try to go. Try to go. Yep, that's all you can do there. Can I get a foul, please? No? All right, it's fine. What do we got? We got a 3-point game. 1 minute left. This is close. So already right off the bat, we set a little screen. Let's see what's kind of going on here. We roll the correct way so that we're able to catch the basketball. And now we're in the middle of the court and we got options. Walter Clayton, butt-ass naked over here. It'd be great if he could do that. Also wouldn't be surprised to see a little pass fake, take a step in and go because you're Lauri Markkanen and you're the best player on the team. Let's do it. Oh, nope. Okay, fair enough. Do it that way. Damn, that works. Okay. Bring back these Utah Jazz jerseys too, the sunset ones. I'm going to continue to say this every time we talk about the Jazz. Change your fucking name back. Give this name back to New Orleans. We're sick of this shit. Be the Mountaineers or something like that. We're sick of the name. We are sick of the name. All right. Up 3 again. We're just ISOing. This is when big-time players make big-time plays, right? Walker Kessler doing the correct thing. When someone's posting up right here, go set a screen here because what's supposed to happen in 5-star defense, this is Mark Williams right here. He needs to play defense right here, right? He's got to come over here. Devin Booker's taking a few too many steps in to try to help as well to make sure Walker Kessler can't then get a lob or something like that. But Walker Kessler doing the right thing, screening so that if you want to, you can make this skip pass over to Svi Mikhailuk. Here, that's an elite pass, but it's one we want you to make. Oh boy, tough ass shot. But because you got that shot up and because you got by the initial defender, Mark Williams had to come over and help, and that's exactly what he does. He gets vertical. Markkanen, again, maybe falling over a bit too much. I'd like you to go up a little bit more straight. Is what it is, and instead Walker Kessler, he's able to get the tip. He's stat padding the rebounds. And we just got 1 second here. Keontae George is like, I don't give a fuck, man, I'm not doing it. Hey, good catch. Oh, I didn't realize they were trying to go for a game winner right there. Oh shit, we're going to OT. We got extra basketball already. Last week in the film room, some extra basketball. Got a little bit of Spain action there. Lauri Markkanen just being disgusting. There we go. All the Utah fans getting hyped, and we're back to the beginning. Alrighty, I feel like we broke down a lot of Lauri Markkanen there, so maybe we'll just do 1 game for each person. I feel like that's right. If this video doesn't end up being like 2 hours in length or whatever, maybe I'll consider doing more, but it is what it is because we're not actually done like watching from this game yet because I also want to see like some of the playmaking stuff that happened out of Lauri Markkanen this week. I think that's also important to watch, and maybe we'll get into defense at some point too. Maybe we'll do that. We'll see. Maybe we'll do less is more in this video. All right, so right off the bat, screen roll the right way, and this is what we talked about earlier, right? You set the screen the correct way, you're able to hold the guy off, Iguodaro steps up, dunker spot rolls in. This is perfect basketball. Absolutely perfect basketball. That is the ideal pick and roll right there. That really is. Perfect stuff. Here we go. Lauri Markkanen, what are we doing? We got a 7-foot guy bringing the ball up the court. Walter Clayton said, fuck it. And that's why you advance the ball, because people sleep. People are sleep. Here we go. We're moving the ball up the court. Walter Clayton's ready for it. Good stuff. Get right into it. Beautiful jumper. Ugh. I love it, man. I love this kid. He's fun. He is fun. All right, marketing, here we go. Who we gonna find? Clayton again. Oh, we're not guarding nobody. Bang. Okay, those are all the assists for this one. So nothing too crazy, but we did get to see a perfect pick and roll, which is nice. Do I want to take a look at some of the defense in this one? I feel like we should, right? Can we take a look at his kind of 12 defensive, like real interesting defensive possessions here? I think that could be interesting. So let's take a look here at what Markkanen's doing now. So that's just him closing out on somebody. Not a big deal there whatsoever. Okay, what do we got here? Walker Kessler, our big man, is trailing a little bit, so I'd like you a little bit more in the paint, especially because there's not like a lethal shooter you're guarding. And that's exactly why. Your boy AVC knew already. You need somebody by the rim first, because otherwise somebody is going to slip through and get something like that. So Ryan Dunn just kind of almost, I'm not even sure he realized it. He just kind of found himself there, but that's what he does best on offense, is cut. So there we go. All right, short roll. Hey, that's not a bad defensive possession. Can I see that again? So we're just hitting somebody on the roll. Ace Bailey, shout out him. We haven't talked about him too much. Obviously, he's been a little bit injured, not a minutes restriction. He gets one hand in, which is awesome. So honestly, better defense by Ace there more than anything else. Good stuff, good stuff. Where are we at? All right, so a turnover is going to happen with Bryce Senzaba. There we go. Gillespie. Here we go. We got numbers. Hey, give me those. Oh, damn. Not a big deal. It's transition. They got numbers, is what it is. All right, right off the bat, this has been completely just destroyed. What happened here? Well, one, Keontae George, pretty atrocious defender more often than not. He did not even get screened, and he allowed himself to get screened there. That sucks. We hate to see that. Not very good. Not very good. And right then, okay, fair enough. I don't have anything else to say besides Keontae George just not playing defense there. All right, Booker getting by. And yeah, this is, again, we're not getting back to the rim right now. Not getting back to the rim. We need somebody at the rim. Because you see your big man trailing right here. Walker Kessler taking his sweet-ass time getting back. He's tired. Hey! Good stuff. Markkanen, transition defense. Needs to be better. Needs to be better in this one. Here we go. All right, good defense there. Way to be somewhat straight up. Great. All right, so we got a pick and roll coming between Grayson Allen and Ryan Dunn. Here is what I would probably do here for how high this is. Like, I'm probably just going under, right? I'm not that worried about Grayson Allen, like, pulling from, like, that deep and everything. If that's the possession that they want, like, fair enough, dude. I'm living with that. But instead, Keontae George just kind of melts into the screen again. Whatever. So, yeah, Markkanen not getting a ton of assistance on this one. Here we go. We're going. Way to come over and help. Great stuff. How many others do we have here? So now, watching the pick and roll coverage a little bit different. Again, does Keontae George get screened? No, he just, they ghost him and he just lets him go by. I don't understand what's going on here. And again, why is this like a Markkanen attempt? Oh, he gets back in. Don't jump, just stay up. Whatever. And then this is kind of going to be a nothing one, right? Because it's just going to be a rebound. Hey, oh, that sucks. Not much you can do about that one. All right, that was Larry Markkanen. I feel like that's enough for like one of just him. Let's move on to Mr. Austin Reaves. Alrighty, Austin Reaves in a game against the Kings. They actually won this one. There's no Luka Doncic in this game, which is, kind of an important distinction or whatever. And I think it's kind of interesting to compare like how they play with or without each other. But obviously, Reaves asked to kind of be the Luka Doncic in this game. And in this game, he had 51 points, which is insane. 21 for 22 from the free throw line. Pretty insane. I want to take a look at Austin Reaves' numbers here. More so just like in the shooting chart area. So this is more so what his game is looking like. We're not seeing a lot of corner attempts from him, and that's probably because he's been so ball dominant for a large part of this season so far, right? Obviously no LeBron James. Luka's been out, so we're getting a lot of him kind of creating things. And what are we seeing here? Because there's not much top of the key stuff either, it's a lot of pick and roll. He's ending up on these wings for the step back shots. Otherwise, pick and roll, you get into the floaters right here, or layups. It's a nice analytically sound kind of look at him. At the rim, he's been lethal this year, which is awesome. The three-point percentage maybe a little bit low, but I know the degree of difficulty has been pretty high. And pretty low in terms of percent assisted. here. I'd be curious to see what this number is once, if we could just take a look at like minutes with him and Luka on the court together. What does that kind of turn into? How much is Austin Reaves really asked to create when when both of them are on the court? But obviously, a lot of what he's doing right now is carrying the entire offense when Luka's out. So not surprised to see that he's having to create most of his shots right here. So I want to take a look at this game here. Let's take a look at the 22 shot attempts. We'll take a look at some of the playmaking as well, and then we'll get into maybe some of the defense as well. Again, this might be a longer video, is what it is. Right off the bat, just getting into a little three-pointer here. We already talked about the correct form for everything. That one a little bit off. That one a little bit off. All right, what do we got here? DeAndre Ayton. Let's talk about him and how he's been so far. There's some games where I'm like, ooh, Ayton's looking like a better big man or whatever, and some he's going back to being DeAndre Ayton. And look, in this game, you're asking him to be more of a scorer, right? Just because, again, no Luka, no LeBron. You need other people that can create offense. Ayton can get you 20 on any given night if you let him play the way that he wants to play. It's just a matter of like, hey, is that the way you want to play? It doesn't help anybody else out on the court. So let's go. Ayton just coming around. We're setting a screen. We're taking some tough three-pointers to start this game. The Sacramento Kings, by the way, defensively, a lot of struggles early on, right? But man, they got a lot of dudes that can give you buckets, so you got to keep up with them scoring-wise. So right off the bat, backdoor cut. We love this. Very simple, just basketball here where it's kind of a give and go. Bang, nice lay. Good lay right there. Love to see it. Alrighty. Hachimura setting the screen, and he is popping right now because Hachimura has been really deadly in terms of some of his shooting numbers this year, which is great to see for all you Lakers fans that always want to trade him for something. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Hachimura just spacing out. There we go. Great lay. Love to see it. We could break down the Kings defense more with that, but all right. What do we have here? So we got a little bit of horns right here. A little bit of horns. We're ghosting this action right here. And we're coming over the top on this, which I think is a little bit unnecessary. Why not just like switch an Austin Reaves like Marcus Smart matchup? I don't really think like you need to go through all this trouble, Sacramento. And this is what we're talking about, the defense. Clearly, neither of them know what the fuck they're doing between Levine and Dennis Schroeder, because both of them also go to chase him. So there's just no communication on whether or not you're switching guards. So Kings fans, if you're wondering why the fuck things look gross sometimes, very basic action like that, they didn't know what to do. So there you go. And he's just going to pull right up. Good form. The 45 degrees looks awesome. He jumped together. Great stuff. Bottoms. Good stuff, Reaves. We're setting a screen. I like that he kind of actually tried to set the screen right there. Good stuff, Vanderbilt. Like, Schroeder's pretty good at navigating these more often than not. He tries to get a body into him so he can get an advantage. Reaves is going to put his ass on him now, get to that floater. That's perfect, man. That is perfect offense. Great stuff by Reaves. Here we go. Crossover. Pull up. That's just tough. He's having to create for himself. How much time is left on the clock right here? We're too fresh into the possession, man. I get we've hit a couple in a row. Yeah, don't like that look. Whatsoever. We can generate something better than that. We can. But, you know, sometimes you're feeling yourself. DeMar DeRozan's just not fucking having it right now. Man, look at this. I don't know if he's supposed to be guarding him or not. It looks like it, but he's just like, fuck it. And nobody's at the rim. Whatsoever. That's the Kings, man. They can score. There is no defense on this team. Schroeder, honestly, not bad. Sabonis is like a good like post defender. All right. Ooh, you hate to see that one fall off. We're running. He is fighting to keep up right here. We're running. Vanderbilt got behind. Ooh. Okay, there was no actual thing here. Chicken wrapped him, pull up. That's disgusting, and I appreciate it. What else could we have done here? So there's not much time on the clock. That's fine. Yeah, that's the shot you got to take. Not a big deal. Hey, cool half court. Here we go. We got people running down. Didn't like that movement whatsoever. I would have liked right here if we could have actually had him wrap all the way around for a handoff, because we already have like Smart here, but you know, is what it is. And we're just going to attack. We're going to drive, take a really difficult shot. What the hell happened here, Mr. Austin Reaves? All right, so we catch, we rip by Keon Ellis. Schroeder does the right thing and switches onto him here. Schroeder knows what the fuck he's doing defensively. That's great. And we just kind of take a really off-balance look. I'm not quite sure why he became so off-balance here. You got a smaller guy on you. Just kind of land on two and follow. He kind of like landed 1-2 and then went away. I think that's more so what the problem was for that one. So Reaves, doing a bit too much there. Here we go. Here we go. Hand off. We're getting into some pick and roll. What do we got with DeAndre Ayton? What's he going to do? Is he going to A, actually roll to the hoop? B, sit in the middle of the floor and piss everybody off? Or C, just float over here and be even more useless? Let's find out. He's rolling. He's rolling, everybody! He's rolling, and what happened? Oh my goodness Lord. Here we go. Breaking news here. DeAndre Ayton knows how to roll. And because of that, look, Sabonis is like, shit, I kind of got to watch him right here. I can't step up and guard him. And Reaves is able to get a shot where he's fouled. He is fouled there. They got under him. Can't be having that. I'm with you, Reaves. Bring out your inner Luka. Chew their ass out. Should have had even more free throws. Just pulling up right there. That shot got blocked is what it is. Look what I found. Oh, you hate to see it. Again, looking like me in my games this week. Looking like me, smoking layups. I don't know what's wrong with me, y'all. I need help. I need to watch my own film. Like, I smoked another one yesterday. Just, I don't know. Passed it down to the post. V cut right by him. Caught the ball. Went up. Just smoked that shit. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I had games earlier in the season. 26, 30 points. 10, 11 assists. Hooping. Last couple. No, your boy, he's struggling. He is not channeling his inner Reaves. All right, we got another Ayton pick and roll. Here we go. Does not roll the correct direction. As we say, you need to open up the other way so you can actually open or hold off people. See how he can't fucking see anything this way. You can't see anything. It's so frustrating to watch. All right, cool floater because Ayton just stood there and did nothing. Also, what else was going on with this action here? Rui's like cutting through right now, and I don't exactly know why. Like, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what was going on here. Man, Reaves could have had some more, man. These are good looks that he's getting. He could have had more in this game than 50. All right. Coming off a screen right here. We going straight into a pull-up. Dirty. Absolutely dirty. The form looks great. Good stuff, my boy. Obviously, again, he's got a lot more points because we don't get to see the free throws in this cut of the film. Here we go. Here we go. Look what I found. Don't pull from all the way back there in Devin Carter's mouth. That's mean. That's mean. Ew. Ew. Good stuff, boy. Good stuff. Yeah, we're feeling it. All right. This is the very next possession, by the way. And Dario Saric. You made a mistake, man. You made a mistake. You gotta know this other defender's there. Devin Carter's like, look out, look out! And swipe of the Fox, but no De'Aaron Fox. Hey, no dunk. No dunk out of him. I feel that, man. I feel that. Ayton rolls the correct way. Thank you. Doesn't really set like a great screen. Look at this. It's kind of like, why he did? Oh, damn it. I'm so sorry, Ayton. We gotta say it. Look at this. He hits him with the. What the fuck is that? Look at this. Look at this screen. Oh, come on, man. If you don't set your 7 foot, like 260-pound ass on him, dude, like, come on, man. What's the point of having all those muscles? You're not going to set a screen. Great shot, Reaves. Ayton's hyped, too. Ayton's hyped. Look at him. Look at him. Yeah. Yeah. Hit him with the, Bro, I don't get it. I don't get it. All right. So right now, we are icing hard right here, which means Ayton's got to be the short roll right here. He's got to be the short roll. Oh, they actually pull back on it. That's interesting. Okay, that's interesting. So right here, and they kind of switch back off of it. They're guarding him, and it does not matter. You guys want me to have a take on this? He's better. He's better than them. That is my take on it. There's nothing basketball-wise to break down there. He's just better. All right, we're attacking. We're attacking Schroeder. We're just pulling up. Damn. Damn is the only... Yeah, I'd be smiling too. I'd be like, oh, shit. Oh, shit. Basketball's fun. Basketball's fun. Yeah, somebody come set a screen. Ayton, bring your big ass up here, dog. Try not to hit him with the... Come on, my boy. Come on. Set a screen. Set a screen. Nope. He's like, he's not going to set me a fucking screen, so I got to shoot it myself. Brutal. Brutal, brutal. Here we go. Here we go. Reaves coming up. Reaves coming through. We're attacking. He did not know what the fuck he was doing there and still hit it. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Great stuff. Here we go. And we're back at the top. Okay. So overall with this one, could have had more. Could have had more. Maybe just like takes an extra second, plays off 2. Maybe has a couple extra shots that he can go to here. Now let's take a look at the playmaking in this game. Because not only did he have 51 points, he had 9 damn assists and only 2 turnovers. So let's take a look at some of the playmaking here for Mr. Austin Reaves. All right, bring the ball up the court. Bring the ball up the court. Great defense. Ayton, you did the right thing, my boy. You slipped. Drew Eubanks is like, oh no. Oh no, I have messed up. Hey, that's all you got to do, DeAndre. All you got to do is be big and athletic. And look, I've been on the other side of DeAndre Ayton. I have. It's not fun. Not fun. He's a big-ass dude. This is all you got to do, dude. Just catch alley-oops and dunk the ball. You will make so much money if you just do that for this team. That's all you got to do. Maybe develop a three-point shot. Your defense has been pretty solid to start this year. But we're talking about Reaves. Here we go. Hachimura. This shouldn't be an assist. 3 dribbles, not an assist. I've done a lot of coding in my day for like basketball coding. Like, hey, was this an assist? Was this not? My rule is you get 2 dribbles and then it's not an assist anymore. But let me know if you guys have a different opinion in the comments. Here we go, Austin. Here we go. Hey, good stuff. Marcus Smart. Yup. Bully ball. Bully ball. Good shit, Smart. My best friend has like a vendetta with Marcus Smart for no actual reason. Every time we're watching games, though, he'll just be like, man, fuck Marcus Smart. We don't know why he hates him, and him included, but he just doesn't. Here we go, Ayton. Good stuff, boy. You rolled to the hoop. You rolled to the hoop. We love to see it. Here we go. We set a screen. He rolled the right way. Look at this. Look at this. He rolled the right way. Slip. Go, DeAndre. Go. Why are you stopping? He can't help himself at this free throw line. He's like, this is where I normally shoot from. But wait, I see Jake LaRavia, who's also been hot right now, and apparently Anthony Edwards doesn't know who he is, which tells you how much guys actually read some of these scouting reports or whatever. But anyway, DeAndre Ayton's like, shit, I'm supposed to be a big man and roll. Float me, butter. Oh, man, I love it. I love watching DeAndre Ayton try to break habits, man. It's so funny. Here we go. Re-screen. Rolls the wrong way both times. Can't wait. Look at this. Screen again. Roll the wrong. Why are you twirling so much? Just open up. Just open up to receive the ball. Here we go. This is my spot. Bang. This is what I do. At the free throw line, man. It's where he lives. It is where he lives. Here we go. Oh, that's a steal. We're running. We're running. Give it to him. Yup. I'm big and athletic. This is becoming a DeAndre Ayton film fest. I've had some people request this, so here you go. It's so much just pick and roll with this team. I'm here for it. What are we doing? What are we doing? Ayton, roll. But you know what? That works too. They're not guarding him, so there you go. Great stuff. Great stuff, Sacramento. Great stuff. Y'all can't guard a soul. Jake LaRavia. Here we go. Here we go. What are we doing? They don't know what they're doing either. We got 6 seconds. We got to make something happen. What are we going to do? Screen. Roll the right way. Thank you, Hachimura. Go in. Hey! I love Rui, man. He's one of my favorites. He is one of my favorites. I love him. All right, here we go. We already saw this one, right? Yep, we already saw this one. Okay, we've seen the playmaking and everything. Do we want to do defense? How are we doing for time and everything? Maybe we won't do defense for some of the other guys. Do we want to just do defense for them? I don't think we need to. I don't think we necessarily need to. Or should we? Should I? I don't know. This is going to be like its own video too, potentially. So, you know what? Let's do some defense. I'm figuring it out as I go. Let's show a little bit of defense for Mr. Austin Reaves as well. How many shots? Ooh, it's 19. Ooh. All right, fuck it. We're going to do it. This is going to be a longer video. I don't care. If you guys don't like it, you can let me know down in the comments what you watch and what you don't. So let's take a look at what we're seeing out of Mr. Reaves. I don't like that. I already don't like it. I'm mad that I clicked on it already. So right here, we've talked about this a lot, and I got some great discussions last week, by the way. I don't like when you jump at three-point shooters. It takes you out of the play, and then shit like this can happen. Not a fan, but let me know your thoughts down below. I like that he was able to somewhat hustle back in. Here we go, running over a bunch of screens. See, look at this. The Lakers know what they're doing because they are coached very well by Mr. J.J. Redick. All the fundamentals are pretty good. 2 guards in an action here, they know to switch. Very good job. Very good job. Zach LaVine's getting him on his hip. Zach LaVine's just really good, so you know what? I'm not going to be mad about that. Can we talk about Zach LaVine for just 1 second here? I saw this on the Jeff Teague podcast or whatever, and I didn't actually watch the podcast. I just saw the clip. They were like, has Zach LaVine had the sorriest NBA career out of anybody? They're like, and I agree with this because I've been saying it for a while. Zach LaVine's a really good player, and he gets paid like good money and stuff. He has been on the sorriest teams like ever. Started out with those bad Minnesota teams, got traded to the Bulls where they couldn't do jack shit, right? Outside of like the 1/2 a season when Lonzo was healthy. And then he got moved to the Kings. Like, I see people be like, oh, Zach LaVine makes like too much money. Right? He's one of the most lethal offensive players in basketball, and he has not had a single team around him. EBC, he's not a #1 option. Shut the fuck up. Not everybody is. Most people aren't. But this is a super deadly player that has not been on any good basketball teams in his career. It's so unfortunate. So unfortunate. He cooks people night in and night out. Here we go. This is an offensive clip. We saw this before. I don't want to see that. Here we go. He's on Russell Westbrook, appropriately giving him space to work. They switch. Go to DeRozan. DeRozan, he's just going to hit those, so there's not much you can do about it. He's pretty unstoppable as well when he gets to the spot on the floor that he wants to. And look at him. He's already dissecting you again. Like, that's good defense, but DeRozan's not going to miss, man. That's the thing. That's what I keep saying. Kings are fine offensively because they got 18 dudes that can give you 30. It's just they can't play no defense. Oh yeah, Russ. I remember watching that clip. He hits like another one like not long after that. Here we go. Creating turnovers. Great stuff. Here we go, Zach. Hey. Oh my goodness. That's a lot going on there. Here we go. Come on, move past it. What else we got here? I don't really care about the transition ones. Come on, man. Like, what were we watching for right here? He just wasn't paying attention at all. Like, is Reaves ever known as like an elite defensive player? No. He has to do a lot offensively, so we give it a little bit of a break. But need better than that. All right. I don't love this angle. I don't love this closeout angle. See, we're teaching right now. So right off the bat, little pass coming here. Like, we're not set. We're kind of at a weird angle. We're pushing them towards the middle, which is like, that's fine if you got like a shot blocker and stuff. It's a little bit just like, All right, here we go. Domas playing. Here we go. Malik. Nope. That's fine. Kind of a nothing defensive play. We move on. Great defense right here. This is the right stuff right here. So Ayton, I love what you're doing. Very active. That's great stuff. Reaves, good stuff. Push him back towards that. That's fine. We live with that. Oh, what happened back there? I don't even know. Was that Gabe Vincent down? Here we go. Russell Westbrook just bullying. Hey, we live that. Way to take it in the chest, Mr. Reaves. Thank you very much. Here we go. What we got? Another transition one. I don't really care about the transition ones quite as much, but it is what it is. Like, advantages like that are just going to happen, so I'm not tripping about those whatsoever. Here we go. Yeah, we're going to live with that as well. Russell Westbrook just like, he's going to do Westbrook things. Look at this. Hey, and he's just going to put his hands up and be like, hey, he's going to do what he's going to do, right? All right. We're trying to prevent DeRozan from getting a post touch right here because clearly they would love to give him the basketball. We tried, and then the help comes. Like, I like the scheme. Good stuff, JJ Redick, for trying that. Like, they're trying whatever they can to not let him get the ball there because he's so money from there. But unfortunately, it is a failure, and you weren't able to prevent it. Here we go. Love the switch. And again, not much you can do. There's just not much you can do. It's pretty unstoppable. It's pretty just unstoppable. All right, we're just going to watch DeRozan cook him some more. We're just going to watch him. Ooh, he fell short that time. Oh, found it again. Oh, no. I love it. We just watched this. I don't really care that much. We're still in the fourth quarter. Let me see one or two more. Let me just see one more of these. Here we go. Where are we going with the ball? So what's going to happen here? These two should probably just switch, right? Vanderbilt and him should probably switch because they're similar guys, but no, going over the top. Alrighty, we're following him through. No rim defense. Alrighty. That's enough out of Austin Reaves, I'd say. Alrighty, our final top of the week performer is going to be Julius Randle. Again, Anthony Edwards went down pretty early in this one, unfortunately, and he's been having to carry the load ever since. Obviously been kind of crushing it for them, but I think this is a interesting one to look at, and I alluded to it a little bit earlier, just by the fact that, look, like, the Timberwolves offense is abysmal to watch. It is really, really hard to watch them play basketball on offense, and it's really disappointing by the coaching staff that they, like, it was so clearly like a flaw in like the coaching last year, and they didn't do anything to correct it. Like, because they've got some offensive weapons on the team and some creative things you could do with them, but it doesn't really happen. So just taking a look at some of Julius Randle's numbers so far. I meant to be on the shooting tab here. 47% from three right now. Pretty insane. Don't think that's gonna maintain, but if it does, we're totally here for it, right? Just taking a look at like where he's getting attempts from and everything. Mostly from the mid-range, which is what you expect to see out of Julius Randle, unfortunately. And look, when Edwards is down, he's gonna revert back to some of the Julius Randle stuff that we don't always like to see, but he can keep your team afloat in situations like this, and that is kind of a benefit of having him. A lot of his shots he's creating himself right now, and this is even with Ant playing a decent chunk of the season, so take that as you will. Now we take a look at the shot chart, right? So a lot of it in the paint. That's good stuff to see here. We're also seeing some shot attempts from the Julius Randle spots that we don't like quite as much, but he's going to do what he's going to do. Getting some corner attempts, which is good. Not quite a ton from the 3 up here, but, you know, is what it is. I'm not gonna complain about it too much. Again, you kind of have to do what you got to do when you're just kind of depleted offensively, right? Because like guys like Rudy Gobert are like just it's hard to watch him play offense, man. It really is. It is rough. But yeah, let's take a look at Randall. Take a look at some of these shots in this game and kind of just see what's going on here. By the way, thank you, Minnesota, for bringing this court back. Awesome. I saw like a little thing too about what they've done with the lights or whatever. So now it's like dark in the crowd at all times, but just light on the court. Kind of sick right here. I got to get to some Minnesota games. I'm not a Timberwolves fan per se, but I live in Minneapolis, so I try to get out to them. Right off the bat, we're going to Julius Randle stuff that we're scared about, right? Just the ISOs on this end of the court. Rudy Gobert doing the right thing, though, right here. We talked about this earlier in the video. Setting the screen here so that we can get a skip pass like McDaniels if we want to right there. Isaiah Jackson's trying to call it out to him, but nope, not much you can do about it there. And again, if this is what you got to do to stay afloat right now, it's what you got to do to stay afloat. And he's just going to cook by himself right there. That is disgusting. Can we break down his shooting form? I think it's always nice to be able to break that down. So right off the bat, he's a lefty. So his feet 45 degrees to the right. We love to see that. Ball coming up. He's jumping together. A little bit of a twist in there. A little bit of a twist. That's not something we necessarily want to see. And not historically an elite three-point shooter, right? So look at this. He twists just a little bit. His feet are twisting. But obviously, if you have a strong enough top half, it's not going to matter in a shot-to-shot basis. So we take it. Good stuff, Julius. Bones Highland, another guy you're going to need to rely on with Ant out. Getting into some ghost action right here. This is actual offense right here. This is what we like to see. DiVincenzo, timing is off. You should have been cleared out of here by now. What's going on here? Can I see what's going on? It's all right. Here we go. Like Rudy's actually trying to tell him like, hey, go already. Go. Like you should have been out already. But hey, rolled the right way. Here we go. And here's the problem of why you didn't roll out quick enough, right? And the timing is off. We want to get into this pick and roll situation, but you've got an extra defender here now. And even if you were able to hit him on the roll, Neesmith's able to help here. He's not going to be able to space out for 3 quick enough. You don't like to see that. So instead, Randall's got to do his thing, but look, he's filthy. So he's going to hit it. So that's great. That's great. All right, so we try to get into the action now. We get into it. That's awesome. Very, very cool. And again, it's not able to really go anywhere, and we're just going to be Julius Randle, and we're just going to hit tough-ass shots. But again, not much you can do, right? Setting a screen here, pick and roll, no spacing whatsoever. It's disgusting. We got one guy here, another guy in the dunker spot. It's not pretty to watch this type of basketball, but look, you got to do what you got to do. Because you don't got much else to go to right now. Again, pick and roll with Rudy, who doesn't exactly always end up in a great position by the end of these regardless. So he's going to set the screen here, and again, we're just going to keep taking these, but he's made the last like 7, so like who gives a fuck, right? Here we go. Terrence Shannon, a guy that we've been criminally underusing, it feels like this year. McDaniels is not moving at this point. We have not seen him move at all. He's just standing here because he's like, look, I get told to stand here. That's my job, apparently. So yeah, not a lot of anything going on right there. Having to just take a tough-ass shot. Where are we at in the shot clock right now? Like, this was an offensive possession. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Brought the ball up. Nas is trying to, like, slip or do something, and we're just going to take an ISO, just, like, contested 3. Great stuff, Minnesota. Great stuff. And by the way, I'm praising Randall. Like, he's got to do what he's got to do. I want Minnesota to be better, right? So right off the bat, McDaniels doesn't look like he's ready for anything to happen right here. Shout out to DiVincenzo for actually going and setting a screen right here. Thank you very much for going and doing that. We're off basis on that one. Can we figure out why the shot was off right here? Is it the twist? Because the feet look pretty good so far. It's the twist, man. He's twisting a little bit. And where did that ball go? A little bit to the side. Those are the misses I can't have. Can't have those misses. Can't have it off to the side. Here we go. Spicy P versus Randall. That's a battle. This is a battle right here. That's just tough. He's just good. He's just good at basketball. Hey. I've sat next to Julius Randle's kid, by the way, at a Timberwolves game. Bulky ass little kid. He was swaggy as hell. He was in a sweatsuit with some orange Crocs and shades on. The motherfucker was just chilling like this. And when halftime hit, he stood up, clapped, and walked his ass into the locker room. Coolest kid ever. Coolest kid ever. All right, here we go. Just ISOing again, because why the hell not? This is all it's going to be, y'all. You like this film? You like this? This is what Timberwolves basketball is right here. pick and roll into nothing, and now we're just isoing. We're hunting matchups right here. Fell a little bit short, and again, we twisted a little bit on the jumper. Just a little bit, but, you know, is what it is. That's Minnesota offense. Here we go. Pick and roll again. We didn't even get the switch we wanted, but we're just going at it. We're just going at it. This is your best offense, unfortunately, right now. That is it. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, we're dancing. We're dancing. The point that I'm trying to kind of share to you guys is like, look, Randall can get you guys plenty of points. He was plenty efficient in this game, made some things happen. We'll take a look at some of the playmaking. We've only seen one actual play or anything, right? Like only one set in this. Only one little bit of offense. It's just ISO. It's just ISO, and nobody else moves. Nobody else is setting screens or doing anything. What do we got here? McDaniels. He's just fucking chilling. He's fucking chilling. Shout out Jalen Clark for cutting to the hoop. He saw the back of his defender's head. That's what you're supposed to do right here. No one else is doing anything. But hey, Randall's tough. He's tough. So we take it. We take it. Here we go. We set a screen. It was a bad screen, but they just want the switch anyway. They just want him to switch. So now we got Tony Bradley on us. That's a great matchup. Where's everyone else going? McDaniels is even watching the play. He is not even watching the play. He's like, I wonder what's going to happen right here. They are coming right at him. He's like, oh, shit. He's like, he got to the hoop. He's like, oh, and he wasn't even there for the rebound. Like, what's going on, man? Come on, Minnesota, do something. I'm blaming the coaching staff for this, right? Like, I just am. It's just they're not doing anything. Not doing anything. It's so frustrating. But Randall, going back at him again. ISO. Well, here we go. Taking on 4 defenders. He's going to take on 4 of them. Look at this. Neesmith's here. Ben Shepherd's getting a hand, and Siakam's coming over to help. They're like, he's not passing. Let's do it. He's bigger and better. Hey. I'm so here for it. ISO again. We got dudes just here. They're just here. McDaniels, again, not even bending the knees. Is what it is. We're just going at him. Hey. He's tough, man. Like, it's just... Like, look, talk to your Timberwolves fan. Call a Timberwolves fan out there. It's rough to watch. It is rough to watch. But if you're Julius Randle, you're like, hey, let me just get mine. Let me just get mine. I'm here for it. I'm so here for it. And we're back to the first. Alrighty, let's take a look at some of the playmaking stuff. We'll take a look at a bit of defense, because why not? And then we'll kind of get into the other segments of this video, because we got a lot more to cover still. Shout out. Dude, why is he dressed like this? I can't, man. Anthony Edwards makes me laugh so much. Here we go. Here we go. Was that an offensive play right here? Was that an offensive play I just saw? Kinda. He just kind of split off him. That's cool. Great. Okay. Cool assist. Kind of a nothing assist. Yeah, the Pacers are like, come on, man. That's not hard to guard. I'm with the coach on that one. That was not hard to guard. But whatever. Here we go. We're just attacking. We're ISOing again and just spacing. So I'm guessing a lot of these assists are going to be the entire team collapsed on him because he's just ISOing, right? And not even, just Neesmith's not quite paying attention, and he finds the open shooter sometimes, which, great. We're going back to Orlando Magic, Dwight Howard times. Why the hell not? Here we go. Here we go. What is this offense now? Okay, so we're getting a back door here. So Rudy going and setting a screen. Why does he looks like big Derek White right now, doesn't he? Doesn't he? I don't know. He's just looking like that. Great stuff. And like the Pacers just not playing any defense here. Because what did we get into? We got into like a little horn set here. And again, McDaniels can't be asked to do anything. It's so funny. He just does not give a fuck on offense. Here we go. Here we go. McDaniels. Here we go. Here we go. Look what I found. Hey, dump it off to him. Hey, good stuff. Good stuff. So it's all just Randall creating and then passing off of other people. Again, got another ISO right here. Another ISO. Here we go. Here we go. He's caught, passing the ball out. DiVincenzo's just going to hit a great shot. Cool. Very cool. Kind of a nothing thing for us there. Here we go. ISO again. Jarris Walker, the newest victim. Naz Reid. Bang! I feel like Naz Reid could be such a benefactor of having an offense that moves a little bit, but, you know, is what it is what it is. Let's take a look at some of the defensive clips now. Let's take a look at a little bit of the defensive stuff. How many are there? There's 16 of them. I'm not going to watch all of them, but let's get some of them in here so we can kind of see a trend of what Minnesota's doing defensively, because they're always good defensively. And he's got a tough matchup in Siakam, who's going to want to do a lot of the same shit here. All right, kind of a nothing possession here. We're in transition. We're in transition. What are we doing? Pushing him towards the baseline. Guarded nobody. Guarded nobody there, Mr. Randall. Here we go. Got Jay Huff on you. Obi Toppin. We wish him a speedy recovery and everything. All right, just a tough shot that he's taken there. Good box out, TSJ. Good box out. Here we go. Here we go. What do we got here? Another transition one. We know the Pacers are going to have a lot of transition looks right here. Not going to guard a soul. Not going to step in front of him. But we got the rebound anyway. Is that going to be the trend of this one? Here we go. Respace. Decent closeout. Whatever. Good rebound, Rudy. Rudy, catch the basketball. Oh, he was pissed. He's pissed. He does kind of look like Big Derek White, doesn't he? All right, here we go. What do we got here? We're guarding Siakam. What are we doing? What are we doing? He's just going to take a tough-ass shot. Nothing much to say about that one. Nothing much to say about that one either. Not a lot of tough defensive assignments for him here. All right. What's going on here? So they just kind of kick the ball back out. We're attacking. Oh, Jesus. What the hell happened here? Let me see this really quick. Okay. Catch basketball. Pass down. He just went up. Did he get hit in the nuts? What happened here? Did he get nut tapped by Randall? It kind of looked like he did. Okay, here we go. DiVincenzo, he's playing defense right now. He's playing defense. All right. I don't like how much Randall's kind of opening the door for him right here. I don't like it. But you do have Rudy Gobert down there. I guess I do have to remember that. So I guess they're probably a little bit more okay with that. So I take that back. I'm fine with them pushing him to Gobert. Taking that back. Here we go. Gonna give me those. What are we gonna do? Just lay it up. Cool, cool, cool. All right. Do I really need to see anything else here? Can I move on? Let's see. Another ISO. It's just all ISO or whatever. So I don't need to watch any more of that. Let's move back to the spreadsheet. Alrighty, bringing us back to the spreadsheet. We're now on to the top performers of the year. So this is really a similar tab to the last one. It's almost identical, except it's a full kind of year's look at things. So really, there's only one extra week of basketball. I've only changed the games to qualify to 3 on this, but just kind of taking a look around the league with this one. Pretty quick look. Luka leading in all scoring right now. No surprise. Giannis up there as well. Both of them a little bit hurt. That's why we didn't see some of their stats towards the top for last week. Anyone else really appearing here outside of the fact that we have 8 30-point scorers in the NBA right now? Damn near 10 of them. That's insane. I know it's only 2 weeks, right? So small sample size, but that's insane. Absolutely crazy. Shout out Julius Randle for being up there. Anybody else we're really surprised to see? Not really. Not really. Taking a look at the assist leaders, again, kind of who you expect to see on this list. The rebound leaders, again, who you expect to see on this list. Karl-Anthony Towns was not among the weak leaders, but whatever. Cason Wallace on top for steals right now, which awesome to see. Awesome to see. He's been lethal defensively for them so far this year. Sorry, I had to step away for a second. I had a client give me a call. So we're just like 10 minutes into the future now. But anyway, blocks per game leaders. You expect to see Wembanyama up here. I talked about Sar earlier in the video. He's been awesome. Kalkbrenner. Shout out Beef Stew. Adem Bona. I've enjoyed watching Bona play quite a bit. Here's our field goal percentage leaders. And a reminder, 5 shots or 3 threes. That's how you get on these leaderboards. Kalkbrenner. Nobody's guarding him, and it doesn't matter. He's just being tall. I love it. Walker Kessler. You expect to see him up there. Giannis, Rudy, Derek Jones. Now that's an interesting one. That's an interesting one. Can I get a look right here actually just at Derek Jones? What's going on here with like the shooting or whatever? Why is he up this high? Because normally it's a lot of threes. Like, yeah, okay, so it's just threes and dunks. Threes and dunks. Okay, I guess that's what you expect out of it. But I kind of figured I would see like just a bunch of dunks or something like that. But hey, shout out to him. And our 3-point percentage leaders, Josh Okogie, who had it on the bingo card. Josh Okogie leading the league in 3-point shooting right now. Obviously had a very good last week. And Tari Eason, number 2, obviously with qualifiers on it, but still. That's awesome. Keyshawn George, cool. Nikola Vucevic, Bulls represent. Been rolling so far to start the season. And another Rocket right here. Somehow the Rockets shooting a lot of threes, and it's working very well for them so far. Can I just get like a Josh Okogie stat check really quick? Look at this boy. 10 points. Just shooting the shit out of the basketball. We love to see. And just to give Alperen like Şengün a little bit of love as well. Awesome start to the season. And there's no picture for him for some reason. I'll fix that at another time. But regardless, shout out Josh Okogie. Shout out the Rockets players for, and look, Somebody's got to shoot the threes on that team, but it's been working. It's been working very early on. Very, very cool. All right, so that's our year leaders or whatever. Let's move on to our sleepers of this last week. Alrighty, your top sleepers of the week. I actually changed up this category just a little bit from last week, and I might go back next week, but here's how you can end up on this list. You got to play at least 20 minutes a game. You got to play in 2+ games during the week, and you have to not be a top 20 weekly scorer. So not one of these guys here. So maybe someone that was a little bit more slept on, but I might want to go back to not being a top 40 weekly score because maybe these players are too good and maybe you are paying attention to them. But I want to give credit to these 3 players. First one, Josh Giddey for my Chicago Bulls. Man, he's been awesome to start this year. He has been awesome. And the Bulls obviously been very good. They've kind of set themselves up to be this year's Pacers, right, where they're just going to be a gimmick team and they're going to win some games because of that. I don't foresee it maintaining its current pace. That just doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but hey, if they do, that's great. But Josh Giddey, 23 points per game this week, 9.5 assists, 10.5 rebounds, a steal, shot at almost 53% from the field and 40% from 3. He's been electric this year, y'all. He has been electric. I stood on the ground of being like, I love this Alex Caruso trade, and I'm still happy about it. Giddey's like the one thing I can root for on this team. Next guy, Denny Advia out of the Portland Trailblazers. We kind of anticipated that he might have a borderline all-star season. So far, so good for him this year. 22.5 points this last week, 6 rebounds, 4.5 assists. You give him the ball, good things happen. Very, very efficient. And just looking at the season, and same for Giddey, by the way, incredible just like season stats here. Maybe I'll zoom in a little bit more so you guys can kind of take a look at it. But I love to have my marketing and branding up on the side as well. But obviously, Denny, he's had an incredible start to this year as well. The year stats matching the weekly stats pretty close. So he's been really consistent through 2 weeks. Again, mind you, it's only been 2 weeks of basketball. None of this is like legit yet until we have a little bit more sample size. And then the last one, Jalen Duren. I want to give some big men love right here. Pistons fans, y'all hated this motherfucker to start. You're like, oh, ABC, like I hate like his defense and his effort and everything. We talked about it plenty on the channel. If you want to hear more thoughts about it, ask me in the comments, I suppose. But Jalen Duren, this last week, 21.5 points, 12 rebounds, a block and a half, 64% from the field. Doesn't really take any threes, so don't mind you here. But on the year, 17 and 10 with a block and a half. Again, 63, almost 64% from the field. He looks a lot less mobile this year for some reason. I don't know if his muscles are just too big at this point, but he looks less mobile to me. So I'm curious if Pistons fans agree with that or not. But regardless, let's jump into these guys as kind of just like 3 sets of film. I think we're just going to do like offensive stuff for all of them. I don't really want to get into the defense of it too much. I might for Duren, but I'm not going to get into it for Giddey and Denny. So let's get into those guys. Alrighty, we're starting with Josh Giddey's 32-point performance that he had against the Knicks, the first game against the Knicks this week. They did just lose yesterday at the time of recording to the Knicks, so they finally lost. But Giddey, 32 points in this one, 10 rebounds, 9 assists. If we can take a look at Josh Giddey's shooting chart to start this year, here's what you're going to see. It's at the rim. This team is running and gunning. They are getting downhill. I kind of already alluded to it, but the Bulls are a gimmick team. They're going to run. They're going to set a lot of screens, and that's just it, right? They're just going to try to keep attacking the rim as much as possible, which a lot of credit to Coach Billy Donovan for doing shit like that. I see a lot of Bulls fans hate on Billy Donovan, and I got to tell you guys are complete fucking morons. This coach is great. I know so many people that have worked for him, players that have been under him. They're like, Coach Billy's the best. He's awesome. And this is what you do. You don't have a very talented team. You don't. You've got a bunch of, if I can put it in dum-dum terms, you've got like 8 76 overalls on this team and like 2 80s. Like that's kind of what you're working with this group, right? And he's making the most of it. He's like, okay, what can all these guys do? They can run the floor pretty well. So let's just do that and have them set a bunch of off-ball screens and try to keep cutting and shooting threes. So awesome stuff here. But yeah, let's go take a look at Giddey's shot attempts in this one because he is a unique playing style. Shout out the NBA Cup as well. I love the Cup. I think it's a lot of fun. Pick and roll, a lot of off-ball movement. We're just stepping back into a 3. A little bit long in this one, but what I like is that somebody went under on him, and you didn't normally see this out of Josh Giddey, but he's like, all right, fuck it, step back, Let me shoot it a little bit. Here's what I didn't like about the shot form, though. So he jumps, like, out. And yes, he's got a guy kind of contesting him a little bit. He's twisting a little bit, though, because he's a little bit afraid of the guy closing out on him. Yeah, kind of is what it is. And here's something I don't love. Modus, I don't need you, like, crashing right here. I don't need you kind of crashing on that, because now you're not back on defense. Bulls fans love Modus, and I like Modus, too. I like the energy he brings and everything. My God, does he fuck a lot of things up on a night-to-night possession. But he's young, so we ain't gonna trip about it too much. Here we go. What are we doing? Already going into the AVC crossover. Yep, every single time. That is my move. I love it. Love it. Just create offense. Here we go. Early screens. Great stuff out of good offenses. And right away, Brunson just collapses under the weight of him, and we're attacking. That's not the greatest shot attempt, if I'm being real. Watch where he picks the ball up. He kind of picks it up here. He's falling to the outside. You got a guy bigger than, or when you're that much bigger than the guy guarding you, I want you to kind of go up and through him more than like falling away. He did lose his balance a little bit, but hey, he's making things happen. So good job, Josh. Good job, Josh Giddey. Here we go. We're just attacking. We're floating. Kind of a tough shot here. Why did we pull it up here out of all places? I don't necessarily know. Kind of threw that up. Want to see it get a little bit higher and more extended. Had to take another phone call. My bad. It's busy on a Monday. Leave your boy alone. He's got a company to run. Here we go. Good cuts without the basketball. I don't love shots like that. I don't. You got the big on you like that. You just kind of try to flip it in, shield it with your back. It's not the greatest one. I'd rather just see a floater or something, but is what it is. Here we go. We keep moving. We keep cutting. This is great. Respace right here. I love the footwork. It looks pretty good, but again, twisting a little bit on things, Mr. Giddey. We're twisting to the right a little bit. You still hit it, and I remember you hitting this shot, but nah, I don't know. I need the form to be a little bit better there, and that's okay. I love this. Again, going under. We're stepping right up and in. Josh Giddey. Let him know. Zach Collins, what are you wearing, my dog? Look, man, I'm not sure that's your color. Here we go. Keep moving. We keep driving. We cut. Good pass. Great stuff. Good cut. Good stuff. Love it. I love it. Good job, Bulls. Here we go. We're moving and just going right into the three-pointer again. Giddey was hot to start this game, and he's just going to keep on letting it fly. I love it, man. He looks a lot more confident with the three-point shot than he did last year to start. All right, here we go. Set the screen. They keep going under. We're going to keep making you pay right now. Look, if Josh Giddey's hitting this shot, Josh Giddey, you got a pretty damn good basketball player on you then, because the playmaking is there. Obviously, that's a big part of his game. Incredibly smart. If he's hitting the three ball now, that's deadly, right? And mind you, this is year 5 Josh Giddey now, right? Year 5. Here we go. All right, we got a little pick and roll. We got a mismatch now. We're attacking. Good stuff. What I would have liked to have seen right there is a pass. That's what I would have liked to have seen right here. If we were able to dump it down to him, I know Mitchell Robinson kind of took it out of play, but maybe a pass there. I don't mind the floater ever. Here we go. Early screens. I love shit like this, right? I love this. And I'm guessing Desumu is going to come up then and respace. Hey, there we go. Josh Giddey does these like slow ass spins like all the time, but whatever. Here we go. Patrick Williams. He's been used in this action a lot this year as kind of the short roller decision maker in the middle of the court. Alrighty, we're respacing. We're attacking. Good float. Good touch. What's kind of happening on this is he's just seeing kind of the top foot of Cat right here be a little bit too high, and he's just gonna go and attack. That's great. He's not beating you with crazy speed, but he's a hooper, man. He's getting by you. Here we go. Little courtside view this year. Trey Jones. He's been a huge difference maker for the Bulls. Here we go. We get in the pick and roll early. Notice this is the exact same action that we saw before. Other guard is clearing out space right here so that they can get into this early, just like drive and kick action. The Bulls are trying to get into blender as soon as possible. Here we go. We're playing off him. That's great. I have nothing else to say besides that's great. That is awesome offense. Good job by the Bulls, doing what they can. Again, you're going under. I'm going to pull up and hit. It's okay that it was a little bit short. It's okay. I can live with that. I'm not sure where he's going on this play right here. That was such a nothing move, dude. What the fuck was that? Now, okay, we got to give him a little bit of shit here. Where am I going to go? Give me that stupid shit, bro. Why would you try that? Why? Yeah, he's pointing at him too. Oh no, he's pointing at it. Should be their ball or whatever, right? I'm with you though, Bridges. That shit was crazy. Set a screen. Good ass screen. Smith, not going anywhere. Don't necessarily love that. Yeah, I don't necessarily love that shot for Josh Giddey. I'd like for you to try to be a little bit stronger, take a little bit more contact. These are some of the things I see with him sometimes. Sometimes he tries to play like a small guard when he's a big guard. Here we go. Dasumu, he's had a great start to the year. Drive and kick. Drive and kick. Great stuff. Great finish. See, that's a big guard right there. That is just going all the way and just going right up and over. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Good stuff. All right, here we go. What do we got? Taking a little outside three-point shot. Not a big deal. It was a good miss. Good miss. What else we got out of Mr. Giddey? So now we got some off-ball stuff. We're seeing a lot of on-ball right now. I guess that's something we didn't necessarily take a look at with some of the shot stuff. Let's finish this play, and then we'll go, or we'll finish his offensive shots here, and then we'll take a look at something else. Just great spacing, great awareness. He just knows how to hoop, man. He just knows how to hoop. He knows where to be. So we're going ISO, end of the game. Yep, not even fucking close, dude. All right, you're not Curry yet. You're not Curry yet. You hit a couple good threes in this game, but you're not Curry yet. Can I take a look at Giddey? Yeah, he's creating a lot of his own shots right now. I hope to see that number start to decrease a little bit more, but maybe when Kobe White gets back, we'll start to see some of that. All right, let's take a look at the playmaking now. I'm guessing we're going to see a lot of similar plays. It's just now obviously there'll be more people on the receiving end of things. By the way, no turnovers in this game for Mr. Giddey. So let's take a look at that. Come on, here we go. Josh Giddey, playmaking right here. So we got a little double screen to start. We're keeping position. One thing that I always like out of guards when they get down low like this, I feel like sometimes guards like dribble out too fast. You work so hard to get down here. Like, keep the position. Like, it opens up so many things for you. Vucevic, he's just hitting everything to start this year, which is awesome. Great stuff, Vucci Coochie. Great stuff. That is what I call him, by the way. Here we go. Give me this basketball. Oh, we've seen this one before. Lil Boozy Vert. Lil Boozy Vert. That boy can jump, though. That boy can jump. He is lethal in transition because of that. Here we go. Here we go. Pick and roll. Here we go. Vooch rolls the wrong way, but whatever. We're just hitting the next right pass. And why was this the next right pass right here? It's a simple one. It's a very simple assist, but obviously they're worried because he's gotten downhill a couple times to start the game already. We're clearing out. This is great stuff. Pass to the corner. Okoro. Bang. Okoro's been solid to start this year. I like Okoro. Here we go. Moving the ball up the court. We talked about this earlier in the video. We love this. See, these are the opportunities you start by just passing the ball up the court. Like, as a point guard, you don't just have to bring it up. Just move the ball up the court as quickly as you can. I love it. I love it. I love it. Good stuff. Good stuff. We love it. We love it. All right, a little pick and roll here, and it turns into just an open three for Vucevic. Bang. That boy's hitting. He is hitting to start this year. Great stuff, great stuff. Move on. Here we go. Here we go. We got a mismatch we're trying to get the ball to right here is Vucevic. Some sort of switch happened at some point. You don't want to do post entries unless your free throw line are down, because otherwise NBA players will pick off this pass more often than not. I promise you they will. So that's why they're trying to move the ball down there to get it there. But unfortunately, Herter, he probably should have cleared out right here. Like, Herter probably needs to clear out a little bit earlier than that, but even Brown's saying, hey, don't let him get it in. Don't let him get it in. They're sagging a little bit here, even maybe willing to give up a three to Herter. But instead, Io's going to go create something. We're going to space. Next right pass. This is the blender stuff, man. You make the defense collapse and go in and out like this, good things happen. So the Bulls like, we're just going to make teams do that as much as possible. Look at this ball flying around the court. Good stuff, Vooch. Good stuff, Vooch. You hit a couple threes, and now we're playing the game of chess within basketball, right? They got to clear out to you, and now you can drive and go get something even easier. We're playing the game. We're playing... Who the fuck? What the... Kid, what's going on? This is me watching Josh Giddey just be, like, good at basketball. This is me right here just like, that's nice. That's nice. That's nice. Here we go. Again, just being able to beat people. Hey, tough-ass finish. Hey, we're hyped. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Vooch. Oh, yeah. Madhouse on Madison is good to go, man. Basketball's better when the Bulls are better, right? Here we go. No pass to Vucevic there is crazy, but hey, and one. We'll take it. We'll take it. And that should be the end of the assists for this one. All right, that's enough of Josh Giddey. Alrighty, now we're taking a look at Denny Advia here. And actually, this game that they had against the Nuggets was a pretty awesome game. They ended up winning by 2 points in this one. Kind of came down to the wire, and Denny was definitely kind of their best player throughout this game. Finished with 23 points, a couple assists, couple rebounds. He had a couple turnovers as well, so maybe we'll take a look at those for Denny because, look, we're trying to evolve him as a playmaker, right? Those are some of the things you want to see out of him, but I think that that's some great stuff to see out of him. So just taking a look at the shooting early on, a lot at the rim, right? A lot at the rim, and that's what he does. He gets downhill, he's trying to create for other people. That's awesome. I'd love to see the three-point attempts get a little bit bigger as well, but obviously to start the year, I mean, he's hitting 39% of them. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. And a decent amount of his shots are assisted, which is good. You want more shots assisted to kind of help build what the Trailblazers are doing right now, right? You got a bunch of other guards that kind of want the basketball. Scoot's going to come back at some point. You want to put the ball in his hands. So if we can generate looks for Denny when he doesn't have the ball, I think that's great if he can get some production out of that. So okay, let's go take a look at the film. Only 13 shots to see in this one. He had quite a few free throws in this one, but I want to give some credit to Denny for this one. By the way, their court, sick. Looking sick in this one. Here we go, spacing out right away. Tough shots. What happened here to start? Kamara, great stuff. I don't know why they like double teamed right here. They're not in like a zone or anything. It doesn't seem like. I'm not quite sure why they double teamed there, but the shot form looked really good from Denny. So great stuff to him. Great stuff to him. We love to see it. All right, we're attacking. Wait, and I know why Jokic is upset right here. He got a low pass right here as the big man. You don't want to give it to them low. They got to go down and get it, and I always say that's when the little people can swipe at you then and take the basketball, which they do. Give me that. Give me that. I don't even know who's exactly running with that ball right now, but Denny, one of the better ones in transition out there in the NBA, kind of gets the chair pulled on him right there. Is that Blake Wesley? Who is that? Is that who number 7 is? I always feel so bad when I don't know who people are. It looks like Blake Wesley, and I think it's Blake Wesley, but let me check. It's not Shade. Yeah, it's Blake Wesley. Okay. Just wanted to make sure. I'm still trying to remember all the numbers and everything for all the new people, but take a look at this right here. Aaron Gordon actually didn't pull the chair out of him, just got straight up and played great defense. Shout out Aaron Gordon. We'll actually talk about him a little bit more later in the video. Here we go. Nice steal. Great steal. Now we're back in transition. Let's try it again. Nothing really open. We're patient. Just going to go right up and over. Great stuff. No foul. Yeah, it's good. Great stuff. My wife, by the way, she loves Denny. She knows nothing about Denny outside of what he looks like. She loves Denny. All right, here we go. Drew Holiday creating. Look what I found. Catch you. That is a fast release, too. That's smooth, man. Like that. Denny wasn't doing stuff like that before. That is confident. That is perfect shooting form. Like, no notes on that one. That's awesome. We might just have a good Denny shooter at this point if you shooting like that, my boy. I love it. We're running. He would like the basketball. Oh my God. Like, it looks good. It's just short. The form looks great. So you're not going to see me complain about that one at all. All right, coming over the top, setting a screen with Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday's low-key pretty good at this, as being like this short roll person. We saw them do that with the Celtics quite a bit. And that little just kind of drag step dribble that he does right here. Drag step. That's really hard to defend. Love to see it, Denny. Love to see it. All right, we're pushing. He's holding up for a second to see what they're going to do. I don't think they're actually going to guard him. Jokic probably should. Just leave clinging, man. And he does. That's smart, and that's great defense. Great defense by Jokic more so than anything else. Love to see it. Great stuff. And you know what? He had to take the shot attempt. It was close to the end of the game, or close to the end of the quarter anyway. Here we go. We're attacking. We're staying balanced, playing off 2. Just kind of flipped it up the wrong way for this one, but I love playing off 2. All of that. Pretty good defense by Cam Johnson. Great stuff. All right, I don't care about the end of this clip. Here we go, Shaden. What are we doing, Shaden? We're looking. We're evaluating. Give that ball up. Where are we going? I hate this camera angle. It's so much harder to tell, but the form looked a little bit goofy there, just from a little bit of it that I could see. Like, it's kind of leaning forward just a little bit on that one, so I'm not surprised that one went long. All right, let's go. Let's get back to normal basketball right here. We're picking people up. Reaves is dropping low. Pretty good defense. Brought the ball low. We were talking about this. Don't bring the ball low. Valanciunas, you should know better than this. Keep it up here. It's a lot easier to hold on to it, I promise. And because you brought it low, now the little people get to go get the ball. Give me that shit. Where are you going? I don't know why we even got to see that clip, but whatever. Here we go. Denny, what are we going to do? We're attacking. He's too little. He's too little. Great stuff. And why was he able to attack right here? Watch, catch, too far up. Too far up. And I like that he took away the space to recover as well. He kept going straight. Good stuff. Good stuff. Didn't give up any of the space he worked hard to go get. We love it, Denny. We love it. All right. Is there anything else to watch them? Yes, there is. Yes, there is. All right. We're in a clutch situation right here. Denny's going and creating for himself. Let's see it. So we got... Did we switch people right off the bat? Did we want to attack Christian Brown on this? Yeah, I guess you'd rather attack him than Gordon. So here we go. We're attacking. No foul. No foul. Just a great defensive play by Brown. Look at this. Hands up. Got hand on ball. That's great, man. That's great. So maybe, like, here's maybe my thing with Denny, right? Maybe at times playing too fast. He plays very fast. Maybe could slow it down a little bit. Spin move again. Gets through. Up and in. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Great stuff. Great stuff. Having Chris Murray in that late in the game, that's unfortunate. But yeah, good stuff out of Denny. Let's see a little bit of the playmaking as well. Where is it? All right, here we go. Here's the assist. Let's take a look at some of the stuff he's doing here. Is it just transition? Is it half-court stuff? I want to see. I want to see. All right, Jeremy Grant doing his best ball handler impersonation. Let's play the game. What's going to happen next? Denny Advia has gotten to the middle of the court. This is where you want to be on offense, right? Somebody's got to step up here. Is he, A, going to take a step in and throw an alley-oop to someone? Is Jamal Murray going to come in and he's going to hit Kamara? Or is he going to kick it back out to Grant somehow? I don't know. And what is it? Nope, he found him down low. Drew Holiday, so good at this stuff, man. Again, he did it all the time with the Celtics. Kind of just waits in the dunker spot there. Takes advantage of just like people not paying attention to where the ball is. It's great. It's great stuff. Great stuff. Here we go. Give me this. And this is where he's deadly, right? If he gets a defensive rebound, he is off. Bullet out of a gun. Here we go. Move the ball up the court. Kind of a shitty pass, but whatever. Nobody's guarding him. Mr. Shaden Sharp. Bang! Great stuff. Great stuff. Here we go. Kicking it out. Here we go. Blake Wesley just being fucking crazy out there, dude. That's Blake Wesley for you, though. All right. Tough-ass shot. Kind of a nothing assist there, but is what it is. And we saw... No, we didn't see this one already. Here we go. Some pick and roll stuff. And again, just attacking the hoop like a madman. It's such a nonsense shot. But hey, we take it. We take it, and we saw the rest of these already. Can I see some of the turnovers? Is there a bit too much of like, hey, being a little crazy with the basketball? That's what I'm curious to see, more so than anything right here. By the way, if I sound a little congested, I still am a little sick. All right, so we're just attacking. Yep, just maybe playing a bit too fast there. Bit too fast. What do we got now? What do we got now? All right, kind of a nothing here. Oh. Hate to see it. So yeah, just slowing down a little bit. Just slow down a little bit right here. All right, set a screen. We're coming through. What's going to happen? Just kick the ball again. So again, it's just, I think it's just slowing down a little bit, being like, okay, what are we doing? Getting a little bit better with some of these reads. That's kind of a nothing one. That's kind of a nothing one. Okay, that's it for Denny. I'd say he's fun. He's exciting. I like that he's like getting to the rim and all of that. That's great. Just maybe slow down a little bit. Just maybe slow down. All right, let's move on to the last one. Alrighty, the last like sleeper performance we have is Jalen Duren here for the Pistons. 33 points in this game, 10 rebounds. Pretty nuts. I think you guys already know. If I were to pull up Jalen Duren's shot chart, what it's going to look like, that's it. That's it. That's what he's doing. But you know what? Let's show the big man some love, man. Let's see these shot attempts. Let's see what the big man's doing out there. Shout out Mexico as the place that they're playing in this one. But I think it's cool just to kind of get a big man's view of things. How do you be a good big man? All right, let me see. What are we doing? Why am I seeing all this right now? This is too long of a possession. I don't really care about all this. That's a block. Great stuff. We're running. We're running with Cade, and we're running the floor. We see the big man has beaten everyone down the court. We talked about it earlier in the video. Someone's got to get the rim. Someone's got to get the rim. Hey, hey! Good dunk. Good dunk. See, he just like looks like a little bit slower for some reason, but his muscles just might be too big. That might be the problem. Here we go. A little off-ball screen. We're going. Give me those. Hey, it's not stopping him from punching that basketball. Certainly not hurting him there. Here we go. What do we got? We're cutting through the middle. Great stuff. Cade's going to see him. Hey, big man stuff. I love it, man. This is a simple one. This is a real simple one to watch. It's nice and fun. Here we go. Set screen. Gonna roll the wrong way. I can already tell. Rolled the wrong way. Just open up towards the ball, man. It's a better screen. You can see the ball more. Here we go. Hey, got it right between. This is honestly more so a Cade Cunningham appreciation for knowing exactly where to put that ball. Great stuff. Russell's like, ah, shit. I wasn't watching that at all. Here we go. A little bit of Spain action here. And they just didn't get the basketball. Throw it up. Hey! I love it, man. It's got to, see, it's fun. DeAndre Ayton, we were talking about you earlier in the video. Just do stuff like this. It's got to be so much more fun. Oh, don't Euro step into it. Nope. All right. Who can tell me what went wrong here? Who can tell me what went wrong here? Maybe you should have just hit Tobias. Tobias is like, and Asar Thompson is already up on the rim because he's just a crazy athlete. Here we go. We got a double team in the post. What's going on here? Go get basketball. Are we going to see a post up from Duren? Stop it. Stop it. Spin move. Hey, good stuff, boy. Good stuff. And the and one. Okay, even better. Even better. All right, so that's one where he just kind of created for himself right here. Duren, what are you doing here? Kind of floating in no man's land right now. He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing right now. But we're just going to roll. And this is actually, right here, here's a little subtle note right here. If you're a guard or a wing or whatever, you're attacking the hoop right here, you know, you got a shot blocker there. You got to get it up higher on here so they can't block the shot. But it's also nice if you're playing at a level of basketball where people like can dunk and stuff like that, which 99% of you have not, and still think you know what you're talking about hoops-wise, but whatever. It's nice to get it up, too, because it's a really easy rebound to time for the big men for a putback. So, there you go. A little bit of inside knowledge there. Here we go. Here we go. Asar cutting to the hoop. Great stuff. Give me those. I'm bigger. Oh, he tricked it. Need those. Need those. Maybe you go up with two hands. Try to grab that one. Cade doing his thing right now. They're icing, space. We got two options right here, which is really interesting. This is where it'd be nice to have another shooter if you were Detroit. But you know what? This works too. Hey, go on and through. Great stuff. Great stuff. Love to see it. Duren, here we go. Get the rebound. Pass it out. Let's try and find the running lane right here. Oh, catch, finish. Great stuff. Love the mobility on the big man. Love to see it. Here we go. Here we go. We're floating. We're rolling. Hey! Oh, I wanted a dunk there. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, he seems like a step slow for whatever reason. Maybe he's like ailing a little bit. I get that. I'm ailing a little bit too. Here we go. Set screen rolled the right way. Thank you. Thank you. Look at how much easier it is. Now you're already running in stride. There we go. Go get that ball. Hey! Hey! I've often said on this channel, I'm a kind of a rational guy at times, and I'm always down for a fight. I'll fight a lot of NBA players. Jalen Duren, one of the few on that list I'm not fighting. I know that guy will kill me. I know he'll kill me. Here we go. Here we go. Give me those. Ooh, great steal by the entire team right here. Dump it off? No? Okay, no dump off by Asar Thompson. I get that you're pretty lethal in transition, but I'd prefer you just shuffle past that over, let one of these two bouncy boys go get it, but you know what, whatever. They're all bouncy. Hey, it worked. It worked. We'll call it a pass. We'll call it a pass. What are we doing here? Tobias. Good stuff. Veteran move. Would love to see you get the ball there, but no. Duren's like, fuck it. I got all the points. We don't love that. I don't really want to see Duren posting up too much. Just run, jump, dunk. That's all I need to see you do right now. Here we go. We're going to the hoop. Hey, that's all I need you to do. That's it. It's got to be fun. It's got to be fun. And that's it. That's all we're going to take a look at for Jalen Duren in this one. Alrighty, so now we've been talking about who's been like really hooping recently. It's also important when you're doing the breakdowns to see why people are struggling. So this is our off nights category right here. People that in this last week may be struggling a little bit more compared to what we're used to seeing out of them. And obviously the qualifiers here: play 20 plus minutes a night, play at least 2 games less than 15 points per game in the week. We got Derek White, Desmond Bane, and Aaron Gordon. And by the way, this is not to shit on them or anything. It's just to take a look and see like what's going on, right? What's really going on here? Taking a look at Derek White, kind of just a rougher start to the season than what we may have expected. Look, very new team, figuring out new roles and stuff like that. It's 2 weeks. It's not really a big deal, but 13 points per game. You usually expect maybe a little bit more out of him. The efficiency's been rough to start the year, but I'd like to think Derek White will probably kind of figure that stuff out. Again, just kind of a gross start to the season for the Celtics in general. I feel like the defense has still been like more than fine. We got Desmond Bane here, which look, the Magic just, well, the Magic have won like their last couple games. Their offense has still been pretty tough to watch this year, which I think a lot of us, at least if you've been listening to my channel, kind of anticipated that still might be the case. But 12.5 points this week. Playmaking maybe not as high as you'd want to. The efficiency kind of rough in this last week. Just not maybe the stats you want to see right now. And again, it's tough, right? He's not playing on a team where he's going to get a lot of like extra looks for like spacing and stuff like that, or at least good looks, right? So it's kind of a tough one there. And then we got Aaron Gordon, who, this is why it's important and to kind of take a look at it in this view. Had a tough week this week, right? Plus 10 actually on the week because the Nuggets are good, but 10 points, 5.5 rebounds, abysmal shooting this week. But if you look at things for the year, so you add last week's data is all, and you got a 20-point-a-game scorer who's having an amazing season. So really, he had an unreal first week, shitty second week. You can't overreact to like any of it, right? So we're going to watch film on each of these three guys, just kind of take a look at their shot attempts and stuff, see where people were struggling and where they were maybe looking a little bit better, but just kind of get a sense for maybe what's going wrong with these. All right, let's start off with Derek White for why maybe he's been struggling a little bit more this year. Obviously, we saw the three-point shooting like hasn't really been there this season. He's having to create like a decent amount of his offense as well, which you can tell is a lot. He's having to create a lot more than what he did in previous seasons. No Drew Holiday, now no Jason Tatum. Obviously, he did a lot of creating for the team. Jaylen Brown, maybe not the best at setting up other people for things, but you can see the shot chart be a little bit more erratic right now as the Celtics kind of try to figure out what's going on to kind of start this season. Taking a lot of three-point attempts too, so those just aren't falling. If we can get back to even like a league average, you're going to see his numbers start to shoot up quite a bit. So got 11 shots to watch in this one. Only made 2 of them, so let's kind of see what's going on here. Great spacing. We're attacking. It's a good defense. That's a great shot. Great floater. Great way to start things out. Doesn't he look like a smaller Rudy Gobert now? Isn't that funny? I don't know why I find that so funny. What do we got here? A pick. That's a good shot, and it just rims out. That is a great miss, man. It's a great miss. I can't be mad that that one didn't fall. Here we go. Here we go. Tough pass. We're wide open. The shot form looks great from him, as per usual. So watch. He jumps right into it, which I love. 45 degrees. Jumps together. That's perfect, kids. Watch that. Watch his shooting form, man. That's perfect. Bottoms, and it was a beauty of a shot. So we've seen him make all his shots in this game now, haven't we? Alrighty, him and Anthony Simons. Anthony Simons struggling to kind of figure out his role early to start this year. A little bit off on that one. I can live with it. It's a tough shot. What are these angles? I don't want to see this NBA. By the way, Celtics fans, are we cool with Xavier Tillman being out there as much as we are? I know we're trying to figure out the big man stuff right now with this team. I have not enjoyed watching him play so far to start this season, but is what it is. Taking a tough shot against 2 good defenders, don't necessarily love that. Here we go. Here we go. Taking a deep 3 that we didn't necessarily need to. It just hit the front of the rim. He's a good basketball player. I'm not tripping about it. Here we go. Playing with Kada. I like them playing with Kada a little bit more. Taking a floater. It's a good shot, and he missed it, right? And that's kind of the point of like this segment, right? Is he underperforming? Sure, from what we're used to. But, like, is it something that we need to actually be concerned about? Left that one short? I'm not tripping about it. I'm just not tripping about it, right? At least with these ones. Here we go. We're respacing. We're respacing. Peyton Pritchard trying to create something. There we go. That's a shot Derek White hits often. It's just a little bit long. It's not a bad miss. The form looks good. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. And I need somebody to tell me this right now with all the layups that I'm missing, by the way, that it's all going to be okay, because I'm starting to not believe. That's a tough shot. I don't necessarily love that one. Not a great position. Trying to draw a foul. I get it, but, you know, is what it is. Oh, and they teed him up. Yeah, Mazzulla, he's pissed. He's pissed. Here we go. Here we go. Jaylen Brown trying to create. Kada. Too slow on that one, Kada. So Kada in the right position here, which is great. Oh, no, that's not Kada. That's, I was going to say, that looked too slow to be like Kada going up for things. That's Boucher right here. Just too slow to get up on there. I need you just kind of ready to go up with this one. Great move. Just front of the rim again, man. Left it a little bit short. Maybe the leg's a little bit sore or something. I don't know. But yeah, that's it. That's it for Derek White with this one. So am I really all that concerned about Derek White? No. He's getting good looks and everything. They'll fall. I'm not tripping about it. All right, next one, Desmond Bain. So we are kind of talking about it earlier, right? Oh no, I just want Desmond Bain. But it's gonna be harder for Desmond Bain to do what he normally does, right? I mean, normally he's peak of efficiency. That's what he is. And through 2 weeks, has been very good. The Magic, as a whole, have had a little bit of trouble getting into some good offense still, which Magic fans are quickly becoming sick of. Right here, it's pretty much the shot chart you'd like to see outside of a couple of little weird ones here. But again, I kind of expect to see that just because the Magic's offense is so random and it's just kind of like a nothing burger. Because, I mean, we did the whole video on like Bankero and everything, and like why are they kind of giving him so many possessions to do that kind of goofy shit or whatever. But I don't know. Regardless, just taking a look like at some of his stats here, and again, that's part of the point of these videos that I want to take a look at it. So his percent assisted is actually going up since joining the team, which doesn't necessarily surprise me because you got the Suggses, the Bankeros got the ball quite a bit, but the efficiency's going down, which is kind of the opposite of what you'd expect to see. You'd expect to see if other people are kind of setting you up that you'd be hitting more, but again, you probably have a lot of spacing issues, so I'm curious to take a look at this film and see what we're seeing. 3-point attempts down quite a bit from where we expect to see him, so let's kind of take a look. He only took 2 threes in this game right here against the Hornets here, who, mind you, not a good defensive team by any means. So what do we got here? We're trying to create. We're going up against LaMelo Ball. We can take advantage of him. Just kind of left that one short, unfortunately. Just kind of left that one short. Musa's a guy that's going to get up and going to contest those, make it difficult. Shout out Goga for rolling towards the rim. Great stuff. Great stuff. Here we go. John Salon just got sent, like he got pushed off his little axis so easily there by Bankero, man. He's so strong. Here we go. We're taking it all the way. Good stuff. Great stuff. Way to move the ball up the court, y'all. Cool. I really don't need to see all this. Here we go. We're attacking. We're trying to make something happen. We got spacing right now. People are spaced, and the Hornets are treating it as such. We can make this pass to, is that Bankero or Black right here? That is Bankero. His feet are too wide apart still. It pisses me off. Goga sets a good screen here. We're getting in the middle of the court. Not probably the shot we love him taking there. Like, what else could we have done here? Obviously, we can kick it out to Paolo Bankero because James is breaking the #1 rule of defense right here, which, give me a second with it. #1 rule of defense, don't help one pass away. This is one pass away. We don't necessarily want to see that, right? But more importantly, he knows that he can't really fucking shoot, so that's probably why he's doing it more so. So not the shot attempt that we necessarily want out of this, especially when, like I said, it's not like the Hornets are a good defensive group. Here we go, Bankero playing off, Jonathan Isaac taking a rare 3-pointer, not falling. Tried to tip that one in. Okay, we can't trip about that too much. That just is what it is. Okay, have to take a bad shot. I don't really care, right? Not a big deal. Not a big deal, but it's concerning. That's like the only other real three. That's one of the few threes he got up in this game. We can't, we brought this guy in to shoot the ball and we can't make anything happen for him. And this is already just too much. Look at this. We already know Bankero goes to this spot here and has to work and create for himself. And we've already seen twice where Bain's having to do it too. This can't be the offense we're running. It just can't be. Alrighty, here we go. What are we trying? Getting a little pick and roll action, a little pick and pop. Again, just trying to snake to the middle of the court. Again, I'm not sure that's where I want Desmond Bain, right? And that's kind of my thing with this Magic offense. It just feels like they don't have the guys in the places that they need to be, right? I want Bain more so working on the outside, trying to create... Damn. So this is what I'm saying. This is how Kalkbrenner gets his blocks, man. This is the easiest fucking block in the world. He's just kind of going up and laying it up for him. I don't understand it. It's look, I look at the dude too, and I go, okay, I think I can handle this, but he's still tall. He's still gonna block the shot, so... I don't know. All right, right here again, we're trying to create something out of the corner here. Now we're running to this spot again. It's just I don't know. The Magic players just don't seem to be in the right spots ever. And look, they're running their stuff or whatever. It is what it is. I don't love it. That's just, that 3 was not it. Look at how wide his feet were on this one. Look at this. Look at how wide he is trying to go up with this. That is too much. That is too much. Yeah, of course that one was short. No shit. All right, we keep moving. Here's the other 3. They didn't count the other 3 as a 3-point shot, did they? Oh yeah, it didn't get off in time probably. So yeah, there's the other 3-pointer. So what happened on this one? Coming over, shot form looks pretty good there. Maybe he was falling a bit to the left as well. Maybe, yeah, he didn't land very balanced, so that could be why. Great hustle by Franz there. And see, I'd love if they made that pass back to Franz afterwards, but, you know, is what it is. Wendell Carter, he's been shooting. Damn, nobody's shooting for Orlando. What do we got here? A screen. This is stuff I want to see. Banchero being a screen setter. That I love. And this, that's a good shot. I like that. I like that look. Where was everybody else in the court? What are they doing? Wendell's in the dunker spot. That's great. We love to see it. You had Franz as an option there. I like that. I want to see more of that, Orlando. I know that's really basic, but we like that stuff. We like that stuff. All right, here we go. Here we go. What do we got? Oh, yeah, we already saw this one. Okay, so that's Desmond Bane there. Do we want to take a look at, like, any of the assists or anything? Why is it a bad gateway? Shut up. Give me my stats. Do I want to see any more of the playmaking? He did have 7 assists in this one. Let's take a look at the assists and see what we're getting out of Orlando's offense. We're trying to be in depth with this one. Maybe we'll be shorter in the next video. I don't know. All right, we're in transition. We're in transition. Give the ball up to Franz. He's just going to attack Kalkbrenner there because he can't move his feet. Good stuff. He's a young fellow. We'll let him slide a little bit there. All right, here we go. Pick and roll with Banchero. I love it. I love it. See, look at this. And he plays off 2 feet. He still fell away a little bit, but that's much better offense. Thank you. I love shit like that a lot more. Here we go. Anthony Black's just going to create something, so kind of a nothing assist there. Cool. What do we got here? A lot of standing around. I know we're trying to get the ball to Franz. Good cut back. Hey! Good stuff, Wendell. Good stuff. Great pass. Great stuff without the basketball. Here we go. We got a little double screen here. That's awesome. I would have loved if Black would have cut here. That would have been great. Because why, kids? We see the back of our defender's head. LaMelo Ball is somewhere else right now, probably thinking of the next car he's going to buy. And who is he guarding? He is guarding nobody. And just cut to the rim, get it up and through. Awesome. If you would have just cut that, you would have probably gotten a dunk. So, you know, if you want to dunk more, do shit like that. This is the same action, but with a Franz here instead of a Black. That sounds weird. Don't think about it too much. All right, here we go. James doing a much better job defending that. No surprise there. Nice little flip through. See, that's much better. This is what I'm saying. Like, let's get Bane working on the perimeter more like that. I like this. I like that a lot more. Good stuff. Good stuff. Got one more assist coming our way. We're attacking, trying to create something. And Kalkbrenner is doing his best Luke Cornett impression, which I don't blame you for. We'll live it if we have to. Cool. Jump. Good stuff. All right. That's enough of Desmond Bane. All right, final guy we're watching some film on today is Aaron Gordon, who, again, a little bit rougher week compared to the lightning-like week he had the first week. Went 3 for 10 in this game against the Timberwolves. Good defensive team, a lot of good defensive bigs. We're not tripping about it. Didn't hit any three-pointers in this one, but if we can take a look at Aaron Gordon to start this year, we're going to see a lot of three-pointers on this heat map because of the one game that he had. Actually doesn't look quite as heavy as this because they were all spaced out in different locations, but mind you, that's still the case. But otherwise, still just kind of doing his thing where he's kind of playing on those short rolls or like cuts from the baseline and stuff. So not really surprised to see anything here. All the stats pretty consistent with where we're normally at, just kind of a little bit low efficiency in this last week in particular. So let's take a look at this game, see what was going on with it in particular. But again, you look at the stats for the season, they look pretty damn good. Here we go. So we got a big old Julius Randle in front of us. What are we doing? We're trying to create. We're trying to attack. Not the greatest look there, but it goes anyway. That's just tough as shit, man. That's tough as shit. And again, coming off a really good week of basketball for him there. So we love to see that. Here we go. He's underneath the hoop by himself, taking a tough jumper, hitting it anyway. So he was still hot coming in after his heater last week, and then it really slowed down after these looks. Maybe doing a bit too much. Mike Conley, great defense. Good shit, Mike. Good shit, Mike. That's what I'm talking about. Get hands on basketball. Here we go. We're flipping up. Mike Conley looking a little bit slow right there, but got it anyway. Okay, good shit. Jokic doing the right thing here. Throw that bitch up. Hey, oh, see? Maybe it's not that big of a deal. Aaron Gordon going to make that more often than not. Here we go. Early screen action with Bruce Brown. We're going. Oh, I don't like that three-point attempt. I don't like it. And why? Why, kids? Look at his feet. Look at how wide them bitches are. And foot on the line. and a foot on the line. Doesn't jump together or anything, though. Surprise, it's short there. But that's okay. We can correct that easily enough. Great cut to the hoop. He sees opening on the floor. Go get basketball right here. Great. I don't mind that shot necessarily. Not really. I'd like if you didn't have to fade away, and that'd be nice if you can just catch and kind of float it in, but is what it is. Great roll there. Hey, and this is where the Jamal Murray and like Jokic pick and roll stuff is so deadly, because actually there's miscommunication here. Gordon sees he's got this guy here, and he sees Terrence Shannon kind of helping over here. Jamal Murray probably on this one should pop back out, but Gordon cuts as well, and he puts the brakes on, which is awesome. Jamal Murray's had an awesome start to the season as well. I thought about doing some film on him. But yeah, no, great stuff. Here we go. Cut to the corner. See, that's a much better looking three-point shot. It kind of hitched a little bit when he caught it. Look, see, like it kind of comes a little bit too far over to the right side of his head, but overall, like it's pretty good. So I'm not tripping about it. Not tripping about it for Mr. Gordon. What else do we got here? We got a little bit of an ISO here. We got a smaller guy against you right here. This is not what I want to see right here. And you got backups in with you. Tim Hardaway Jr., don't cut right here. Don't cut. Like, if he's going to help right here, just stay there. You get an open three-pointer. Don't bring the defender over to him. I hate that. I see that in pickup ball all the time. Peyton Watson a bit too low. Space out here. Murray's the only one that knows what he's doing. Valanciunas brought an extra defender here, too. You got to take a tough shot. I put that on your teammates more, dog. I just do. All right, we got one more shot to take a look at, actually. All right, here we fucking go. Let's go. We're in the perfect spot here. Oh, it's more of a bad pass. But this right here, this is the Nuggets offense. If you ever want to know why they're so good, this is literally it. Like, this is all they do. Pick and roll, Jokic and Murray, and because Murray's deadly, like, you got to hit him for the short roll. He's going to help over, so you have an open Tim Hardaway Jr. I like your chances with that shot. You got another guy here, and then Gordon just sneaks behind and looks for alley-oops, which they threw off the glass, unfortunately. What a great little pass out there, actually, as well. So there's Aaron Gordon. I'm not tripping about him quite as much. Out of kind of some of our underperformers of the week, maybe I'm a little bit more worried about Bane, but for the other two, not tripping about it quite as much. Not tripping about it. Alrighty, so we've done a lot in this video. It's been long as shit. Again, I don't know if I'm going to make it this long every single week. Normally, this is where we go into the rookie report. That's actually tomorrow's video, so this is a little plug. You're going to get some stats and film on them tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. But what we're just going to talk about here is I'm going to give you some quick just thoughts about everybody kind of in the NBA and give a little standings update. Shout out the couple teams at the top here in Philly and the Bulls. Feels like they're going to be more so fighting for play-in spots by the end of the year, but is what it is. Philly, you guys play really, really fast. VJ Edgecombe and Tyrese Maxey are awesome. I kind of told you guys, McCain's going to end up being like your six-man type of dude. There you go. That's awesome. Q Grimes, also been great. We already talked about the Bulls. Gimmick team. Just let them keep being a gimmick team. Will they maintain this pace? Hard to say, is what it is. Milwaukee Bucks, shout out for them for just becoming the old Orlando Magic. They're like, all right, we got Giannis and we got shooters. That's what we're going to do. And I love it to start the year. The Pistons, all Cade Cunningham. It's nice to see them using Duncan Robinson in like some cool little like off-ball actions and stuff. I like that we're just trying to make Cade's life as easy as possible. Man, he is carrying the load right now. The Cleveland Cavaliers, dealing with a lot of injuries. Their lineups changing night in and night out. So kind of tough. But hey, 4-3 to start the year despite all that because Donovan Mitchell's amazing. Great. The Miami Heat can beat anybody at any given night. They have embraced the thing that the Grizzlies tried last year where they're like, we're not going to set any on-ball screens. We're not going to do that. I'm curious to see what happens when Jonas comes back at some point, or makes his debut at some point, I should say. But no on-ball screens, just all off-ball screens. They can beat anybody at any given night. The Knicks, kind of inconsistent to start the year despite having kind of their full roster, but they're getting used to playing a bench and everything. I get it. The Raptors, weird team to watch. Can't really play much defense. The Colin Murray Boyles at center thing has been interesting, right? Like his perimeter defense is awesome and stuff, but nobody's really guarding him offensively, but then he can't really guard like actual centers, so kind of a weird thing to start the year, but what are you gonna do, right? The Atlanta Hawks, Trae Young's out. That fucking sucks. I guess we'll see what happens now with Jalen Johnson, see if he can take over more ball handling duties or whatever, and maybe the Hawks can integrate some actual offense to things. The Magic, we talked about it a bit already, and we talked about it in this video. We got to get the offense figured out. You guys are in the wrong position constantly. Celtics, despite a lot of their best players not playing all that well, 3-4. So I feel like the Celtics are a team to watch as they slowly start to figure things out throughout the year. The Hornets. I I don't know what to say about the Hornets. I like watching Colin Sexton play. LaMelo Ball is still LaMelo Ball, and all the rookies are fun. Con Knippel looking very capable out there, which is kind of a surprise. The 3-and-D is like already there early, so that's great through 2 weeks. Pacers, my goodness. How do I want to say this? I was like, hey, you guys are going to be fine at point guard. You still have a couple good ones, and then they all got hurt again, so sorry, I guess. But Jackson or whatever, that young kid, he was hooping for them, so good stuff there. The Wizards, you guys are actually fun to watch. You guys are fun to watch. Y'all are doing some good shit on the basketball court. You're just not very talented, so we feel good about them. And the Nets, oh, the Brooklyn Nets. Michael, don't ever swing the rock. There's an ambulance going by, but we're just going to keep talking through it anyway because it's the end of this video and I want to fucking finish it because it's been long. But the Nets, you guys are tough to watch. You're not a very good basketball team. I don't think Yegor, he finally stepped inside the three-point line. That was fun. It was cool to see him do that because he had not up until that point. So shout out to Yegor and all the young point guards who are trying to make it work. OKC might be unstoppable. You might be unstoppable despite them not having Chet or Jalen Williams, which is crazy. The Spurs finally got handed a loss, and it's a game where Wemby didn't completely dominate. Dylan Harper got hurt. He was looking awesome to start that game, so that's unfortunate. The Lakers, they're just out coaching everybody. So shout out JJ Redick, putting out good schemes and stuff. Defensively, they look really solid. So shout out the Lakers. The Trailblazers, surprising some people early. You got some competent ball handlers out there. That'll certainly help things. Some timely performances from some unlikely players. We love that. The Clippers, what's going on with the Clippers? What can I say with them? Kawhi looks good. James Harden still looks good. You have just so many solid basketball players out there. I'm just so curious to see where the record is by the end of the year. Denver Nuggets, they're doing Denver Nuggets things. They've lost some close ones at times where some of the role players didn't quite hit their shot. I feel like they're still going to be really good. The Rockets trying to figure things out with no ball handlers. It feels like Amen Thompson's getting better every game though. At it, Reed Shepherd, not quite as much. He had a good shooting performance the other night. He's still a revolving door defensively, unfortunately, but they're figuring things out. KD's awesome. The Warriors, they've lost some games that they shouldn't and won some ones they shouldn't, so I don't really know what to make of them. Timberwolves, we already talked about. Hate watching them play right now, but we'll be rooting for them. The Grizzlies, ooh, Ja Morant. What's going on there? I told you, I mentioned it in the Discord. Why aren't you guys on the Discord already, by the way? Go join the Discord. I'd be concerned if I were you guys right now. If Ja Morant's already having this many problems with the new coaching staff, you should be worried. I don't think this is going to work. I don't think it's going to be good. I mean, I'm usually not so quick to say stuff like that. That's not good. Be worried. The Phoenix Suns, Devin Booker, if he's great, then they'll be okay on any given night, but kind of a funky team. We already talked about the Kings. They can't play any defense, but man, can everybody on their team score. The Jazz, very competent on the basketball court, but not the most talented. The Mavericks, can we stop having Cooper Flagg have the basketball so much? I'm not even trying to hate on him because he's really not bad at it. Like, he really is, and I just, like, can we get his confidence up and let him play without the basketball a little bit more? We can do that. We got point guards on the team, so I don't know why they're doing it that way. Weird coaching things. Pelicans, I don't know. I feel like we need to check your guys' internet history, and we should put all of you on a list because it looks scary right now. It's not good. It's bad. I hope the best for you. Check in on a Pelicans fan somewhere because it's been rough for them. But anyway, that was last week in the film room. I know that was a lot. Oh my God, I've been recording for over 2 hours. Oh my goodness. Again, this series is going to evolve as it goes or whatever. I'm not sure I want to do this every single week, but I want to give you guys what you want ultimately. So is what it is. But anyway, let's move on to the comments of the video and wrap this shit up. Alrighty, y'all. Comment of the video is coming from our haunting, why can't I talk right now? Haunting NBA trades video, kind of our Halloween special or whatever. It's kind of a fun one. And the comment of the video is coming from One Done 2011 that said, AVC. I responded with what? And I never got a response. I don't know if I've been played or what, but what the fuck, dude? Respond to my comment. But anyway, I appreciate you guys for watching. As always, there was good basketball conversations here. If you want more of them, go join the Discord, link in the description below. Thank you guys for watching last week in the film room. It's much appreciated. Please show this video some love and support because I spent a lot of time on it and it's probably going to get demonetized anyway. So if the views stay high, we'll keep doing shit like that. But anyway, I appreciate you guys and we'll talk later.